Let me know when you're live. Because we're live on my channel. We are completely 100% live on my channel.
And we are live on my channel.
All right, let's go. It is another Thursday night football game between two teams that exist.
Yeah.
Mikey has a little bit more history with the Seahawks, obviously, but I don't know about you. I don't know if either of these two teams are headed for, glory or anything like that this year. So, it's gonna be a game. It is gonna be a football game where an outcome happens.
Yeah.
And it might be a good one, you got every generation needs a halfway decent ginger quarterback.
Yeah.
For my generation, it was Andy Dalton. For your generation, it's going to be Sam Darnold.
Can it not be Sam Darnold?
Well, you already got beat. It's over now.
Bro, I still haven't gotten over the week 1 loss. What makes you think I'm gonna get over this?
Well, no, I'm just saying going forward, he's not going to, hurt you anymore because, you guys probably aren't going to play them again for quite a while unless you play in the playoffs, which isn't happening. So,
Hey, you never know. The Saints could win 14 games in a row. You never know.
They literally could. Literally. So anyway, speaking of the Saints, who are they playing this week?
We don't gotta talk about that. No, we don't. I've never, Kyle, and when I say, bro, I've been watching football since the year 2018. So when I say this, listen to me.
Okay.
I have never, in all capital letters, Never, all capital, I have never been less looking forward to a game than this week. And we played the Chiefs twice in my life, or when I watched football. I was looking forward to those games more than I was looking forward to Sunday. That's how distraught I feel. I think it will be a close game. I don't think we're gonna get blown out again, but I still have no faith.
I think, to be completely honest with you, despite all the hard seasons I've gone through with the Bengals, there's only been one season where I've been actively not looking forward to games, and I think that was 2019. And that was, obviously until the game where we played the Dolphins, which was the Joe Burrow Bowl, and we lost it. We almost tried to pull victory from the defeat from the jaws of victory in that one, and we came back. We were going hard, and we took that thing to overtime. I went to the grocery store because I thought the game was over, listening to the radio. Holy crap, we came back. Oh my god, no, we need Joe Burrow, we need to lose this game. And luckily, the Bengals were inept enough in that game to lose, but they almost pulled it off, and that would have been the first time in my life I would have ever been upset about the Bengals winning a football game.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not into tanking.
But well, my stream's getting botted right now.
Oh, that's not good.
That shit is great. I can't do anything about it. That shit is great.
I'm really not into tanking. I'm constantly always on here telling y'all how I think tanking is stupid. But that was one game, and Joe Burrow was on the other side. And while, obviously Joe Burrow's career so far with all the injuries has been, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Well, obviously Joe Burrow's career hasn't quite been everything we wanted it to be so far because of all the injuries. He did take us to a Super Bowl, which is like I've never seen in my entire life. The Bengals going to the Super Bowl, and honestly, up until I was probably about your age, I didn't even think that was a possibility. And actually, when I was your age, that was 2008. So you're 16, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so when I was your age, it was the 2008 season, and that was not a very good season for the Bengals either. That was actually Ryan Fitzpatrick was our starter for most of that year because Carson Palmer got hurt.
Oh, that's nice.
That was a rough year. 2007 was also a rough year. 2009 was a pretty decent year until we lost to Mark Sanchez.
That was a great year, man. That was an amazing year.
Well, yeah, that was obviously an even better year for you. But we lost in the playoffs to Mark Sanchez, so that was dumb.
Oh dang, you done lost to Marky Mark?
Yeah, yeah, we lost to the butt fumble. But that was Marvin Lewis for you. You know, losing in the playoffs is synonymous with Marvin Lewis.
Bruh, I remember there was this game in 2019, just this random game, week 17, back when there was only 17 games, where the Cowboys played the Giants. Bruh, it was, I don't know if you remember, but that was the year where the NFC East was terrible. I think Washington won that division that year with 7 wins. And, bro, when I tell you this game could have determined the NFC East, depending on what happened in that Washington game, but, like, that wasn't even the crazy part. I remember the Giants, or the Cowboys were driving, and they were only down by a few points. And then the the Giants intercepted. Then they fumbled the ball, and then a Giants player fell on the ball with his butt. To recover it. And I was like, bro, what? That's literally a butt fumble recovery.
Hey, real quick, this game's about to start. Obviously, we'll do predictions throughout the game. But real quick, right before this game starts, I wanted to let everybody know, I did actually put together this spreadsheet of mine and Mikey's like predictions so far. And I'm just counting, you know, correct predictions and not correct predictions. You know, I do have a sheet going with all of like the advanced like score predictions and stuff, but that's way more complicated than I really feel like getting into right now. So just real quick, because the game is about to start. Well, okay, that's not showing very well. Let's see. Gonna have to.
What in the
There we go. All right, there we go. Okay, so as you may or may not be able to see, because it's obviously not like super great here, but right now the record prediction score is currently I'm 35 to I'm 35-13, and you're 28-20. Now the first week you did pretty well, and I didn't have such a great first week. But last week was much better for me, and this past week was pretty bad for you.
Yep.
So.
Do you want me to give them my Seahawks prediction?
Yeah, go ahead. That because they're coming out for the first drive right now, so y'all obviously see mine down here, but
I got Seattle winning 27-16. Jeff says Mikey's famous now, so I guess.
Yep.
And Danbury Sports Highlight says Happy Thursday, guys. Happy Thursday, Daniel.
All right, you ready to do the play-by-play?
Yeah, sure. 1st and 10 for Arizona. They got the ball at their own 26-yard line. Kyler Murray standing in shotgun for the first play. He snaps it. Quick throw. Caught by Marvin Harrison. Harrison's got some decent blocking before going out of bounds. There's going to be 2nd down for Arizona. And he got like 8 yards on the play.
He's been showing up for the Cardinals this year. Like I was, Marvin Harrison. I was starting to wonder if Marvin Harrison was actually going to end up being as good as everybody said that he was going to be. But this year has been much better for him.
I mean, hey, they already got him involved in the first play. So
yeah, there you go. About an 8-yard game.
2nd and 2. Cardinals got around their own 33. Murray, he takes a snap. He's going to be another pass play. He throws wide open to Trey McBride and gets pushed out of bounds by Julian Love for a 1st down.
They got him on the drag route there.
Yeah.
Basically a cheat code route if you play Madden.
Yeah, I'm telling you. There was this one time I was playing Madden, and I just ran the same play over and over and over, and I won the game by that same play.
Yeah.
Cheese plays are the worst at Madden, I'm not going to lie. They're so annoying to play against. 1st and 10. Cardinals have it inside their own 40. Murray's under center. I think that's Trey Benson in the backfield. And it's going to be it's going to be a handoff to Benson, and nothing there. The Seahawks swarmed that as soon as he said hi. 2nd down. James Conner out for the year, so we might be seeing a lot of Trey Benson today.
You said James Conner's out for the year?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that guy's had it rough.
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
No, I must have missed that.
Oh, that's nice. 2nd and 10 for Arizona from their own 41, so they got like half a yard there. All right, it's going to be Greg Dortch in motion. Kyler Murray's going to keep it himself. Gets like 3 yards there. It's going to be 3rd down. Seahawks have a chance to get off the field here. That's Paul. Exactly.
Yeah, that was a good job by because I mean Kyler Murray could have been gone there, honestly.
Yeah.
But that was a good job to chase him down.
You alright, Genesis?
Derek Hall on the tackle there.
Yeah, Drew Petzing, Cardinals offensive coordinator. 3rd and 7 from their own 44. Murray, let's see. Harrison goes a little bit in motion. And Murray takes a snap. Murray drops
Goes
back
up.
so far. Murray's going to
Oh, so close.
And great dumb. Michael Wilson drops it, but to be fair, that was not a good
No, that was
pass.
horrible. That was a horrible. That was a horrible pass. When I said close, it was Michael Wilson almost made a great play to come up with that ball. Coming back, he had the vision, but it was just not. That was a really hard catch to make. Even he's throwing off of his back foot. What are you doing, Kyler?
If he threw that with money, that was gonna be beautiful.
It's probably because he's so short. Honestly, he had to jump just to see.
Blake Gillikin, former Saint, punts the ball away. I miss you, my boy Blake. And let's see, it's going to be fair catch around the 12.
Around about the 9.
We will not talk about.
That's going to be inside the 10, actually, about the 9.
Yeah, but it was fair call by a guy that we will not talk about.
Did he have a big play against the Saints or something?
95 yards, in fact.
Oh, that's not good.
95-yard punt return touchdown, and then this dude comes back a couple drives later and scores a receiving touchdown. Like, bro, you already had one. You can only get one. Why you gotta get 2? We didn't even get 2 touchdowns on Sunday.
Well.
And Atlanta didn't even get a field goal on Sunday. I don't care how bad my team is. As long as Atlanta sucks, that fuels me.
I guess we don't have to talk about him technically because I talked about him plenty in the in the recap episode.
Who? Torrey Horton?
Aha! You said it.
Oh shit! I did. Now, I got a nice.
What's up, Daniel Barry? By the way, since we're on a commercial, let's go ahead and start some of these predictions.
I bet.
All right, so we're gonna start apparently with some of the 4 p.m. games, which makes no sense, but that's just how ESPN happened to populate for me right now. So that's what we're doing. Jaguars going to San Francisco to play the 49ers. What you got?
Give me 1 second. Let me pull up my predictions. Man, these 2 teams, bro. I got buy time until this thing pops up. Okay, fine. Okay, here we go. Who you say? What was the teams? Jaguars, 49ers?
Thoughts on why Atlanta did not score? Because they
suck.
Because they suck. Honestly,
give me the Jaguars to win 28-18.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I don't know about the score. I'm not, for the most part, I don't really care as much about predicting scores as you do. Not that you should stop. By the way.
Huh?
Not that you should stop. By the way, that's totally fine. I'm not as interested in it as you.
I just make these scores just for fun. Like, I don't even look at it like an analytical. I just do it to get some reactions.
Right? Why not? So I'm also going to take the Jaguars though. With the injuries that the 49ers have, and the Jaguars do look a little better than I was thinking they would this year. It's particularly that defense.
All right, we're going to have to call time on these predictions as Sam Darnold is about to snap the ball soon. 1st and 10 for Seattle. All right. I understand. Okay, Sam Darnold picked by the Jets. Yeah. 1st and 10 from their own 14. They're highlighting the linebacker. It's going to be a pitch to Kenneth Walker, doesn't.
Oh, man. That makes me sad. My boy Akeem Davis-Gaither on the tackle there.
Oh, dang.
Former Cincinnati Bengal. And he was a great rotational linebacker for us, but unfortunately, the Bengals couldn't convince him to keep him around, which I really wish they would have, especially if they were going to move on from.
Caught by Darnold, caught by Walker. Kenneth Walker gets to the outside. Kenneth Walker gets a lot more yards. Still going out of bounds for a 1st down.
Can we make? I would like for the Bengals to make screens work sometimes.
Yeah,
that was great blocking there.
Yeah. The Saints have currently called 0 screen passes the entire season.
That was
think.
Cooper Kupp. I keep forgetting he's on the Seahawks, but that was a great block by Cooper Kupp.
1st and 10, Seattle from their own 43, so they got like over 30 yards on that play there. All right, Sam Darnold, quick throw to backward pass to JSN, and JSN, that was a decent move, but only gets like a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You got two high-powered Ohio State wide receivers facing off against each other this week, and right now Marvin Harrison looks like the more interesting of the two. What?
Nothing.
No.
Clint Kubiak, we don't got to talk about him either.
You just don't like anybody.
I don't. Not when this dude can't call nothing when he wins against the Saints, he will score 44. 2nd and 8. It's gonna be a handoff up the middle. It's gonna walk, and he breaks out the tackle, but he could have probably went down the first time.
Yeah, with
probably more yards.
With the way that blocking was, I think just going down and living to see another play would have been the better move on that one.
Yeah, he should have just went down immediately because he lost more yards by breaking that tackle. It's 3rd down.
I think the Cardinals' defense might be able to get off the field here.
Let's see. This is probably gonna be a low-scoring game if both of these defenses are playing like this.
Yeah. Well, that's part of what I mean. 24 isn't exactly a super low score, but that's part of what I was thinking. A lower scoring game by the end of it.
3rd and 10. Seattle from their own 43.
Nope, we're not going to put you up there.
Darnold throws, caught by Torrey Horton, and he almost got the 1st down off of that push. Torrey Horton saying 1st down, but he was well short. Well, he was close to it, but not enough to get it. It's probably going to be like 4th and 1, and here's a decision coming for Seattle. Like, you're probably around the 50. What do you do here? Do you keep your offense out there, or do you trust your defense to get you a stop with giving the Cardinals probably decent field position for Seattle? Honestly, if I was Seattle, I'll consider going for this. I mean, no, I wouldn't. No, I changed my mind. I would. Okay, well, they're going to go for it anyway. 4th and 1 from the Cardinals side of the field. It's going to be a handoff, and he stopped.
Messed that up. That's not how that works.
The Cardinals stopped. I don't understand why teams do that. I don't understand why teams go for it on 4th down to their first. Plays. I understand a run for 4th and 1 isn't stupid, but it's like, bro, you know they're expecting that.
Oh man. Hey, Mikey, do you think you could you don't have that? You're only on your phone, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm getting flooded by bots right now, so I can't keep my chat up because the plugin I have apparently doesn't fucking allow me to ban people, so I have to keep it on the regular thing, and then I can't put the shit up from there.
Hold up. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it, dude. Alright, well, I don't know how long it's going to take Mikey to come back from this, but... All right, yeah. You don't have to worry about it. Your stream goes dead during this. So you unless you have access to your laptop or something, I wouldn't worry about it.
Mikey better like you.
I have no idea, honestly. Like I have no idea. Like Jeff, could you explain it? Like obviously Mikey likes Drew Brees. Like is probably I'm guessing that's probably his favorite quarterback of all time. I think that's not a controversial thing to say.
Yeah.
Seahawks win 2. I think the Ravens win the division. Aints enjoy your 4-win season. I'm not sure the Saints get 4 wins at this rate. The offense sucks. Sure looks like it. Defense ain't very good.
Because look, Jim, I'm not delusional like you are. I'm not delusional like you are.
Jim thinks the Ravens win the division, and maybe, but honestly, the AFC North is not very good this year. This is a rare, I think, miss for the AFC North this season. Like, the Ravens are looking sketchy. Honestly, I wouldn't be... this fills me with just revulsion to say this, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Steelers win the AFC North this year, the way things are going right now.
I mean, I think we already know who's winning the NFC South.
not the Saints.
You see, Jim, I know he's not going to hear this, so I'm going to say this right now. Jim, you're a freaking punk, bro.
He's
like, bro, how you going to have me muted and then freaking talk your, like, bro?
He just comes in and talks shit. I kind of agree with that, but you know, he's here to talk, I guess. Helps with the numbers, so I'm not gonna get too upset about it.
Now I see what Jeff is saying about it. All right, 1st and 10 for Arizona.
Oh, yeah, Mikey doesn't hate everybody, technically. What on earth was that?
Down by Boyd Moffitt.
That was a great play by Moffitt, but like, Kyler, come on, man. It's, once again, too short. That's what the issue is.
2nd and 10.
Okay, yeah, it was trying to go for the screen pass, but like you can only do that a handful of times before the defense knows exactly what's going on.
Kyler is struggling right now.
Because he's not a very good quarterback, honestly.
2nd and 10. I mean, he's good enough to be put on Thursday night today.
Yeah.
Kyler,
and it's, oh my God, where were you throwing?
Intercepted by some dive.
And that should be that should be
this game is on drugs. This game is on drugs.
That should be a hit to the helmet on the Cardinals.
Like that dude got leveled, bro.
Yeah, like there's no like that should be a hit to helmet on the Cardinals, and the Seahawks should maintain possession of the ball.
Even if the Cardinals do get the ball, what is Kyler doing? Like, what was that throw?
That's what you were just talking about. Oh, Kyler's doing all right now. Like, but no, he's bad. This is what I'm saying. He's a bad quarterback.
They're giving the ball back there.
Yes, but it should be a hit to the helmet. What on earth is this shit?
Let's see. No, he got hit by his own teammate.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind. I lied. But he was down. Or was he touched? He wasn't touched. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. It looked like a hit to the helmet in real time, but it indeed was not.
He was like, honestly, that's his teammate.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking when that play happened, I was like, did he just get hit by his own teammate?
We need to.
I saw it differently, but now I'm seeing the replay. Like, okay.
We need to see if he gets touched at all, because if he's touched at all, he's down. Because the elbow hits.
That's the thing. I don't think he was touched.
I don't think so either, but the angles that they're showing on the broadcast are not very good angles, honestly. My guess is based off of the angles we've seen so far, you'd have to stick with the call on the field. Which, if somebody digs up a better angle later, it would be really unfortunate. But from what I'm seeing right now, I don't see any evidence that he was touched before that ball came out.
Yeah, I think this is going to be Arizona ball. But, like, bro, even though it's most likely going to be Arizona ball, what is Kyler doing?
Okay, I'm just not even going to, like Jim, I know you're not listening, but, like, if you're going to have us on mute, then, like, I'll put your comments up because, you know, that obviously you're on my channel and stuff, but I'm not really going to bother responding if you're not listening.
Yeah, I'm not responding.
I'll put your comments up, though.
I'm not responding to Jim if he acts like that. Like, it's not just about trash talking, but it's like you want to talk about trash, but you don't want to hear what I got to say. And I know you're not going to hear this. So it's like,
I don't think that's what it is. I don't think he's got you on mute because he doesn't want to hear you. I think he has got it on mute because he wants to participate but doesn't want to listen, which I don't really quite understand that one. But, like, again, I'm not going to turn down if you're going to be helping with engagement in my chat. I'm not going to get too upset about that, personally.
No, you can do whatever you want, but personally, I lost respect for Jim just by saying that out loud.
That's not the first time he said that.
I know, and I didn't respect him the other times he said it.
I mean, fair, yeah.
Should we continue with these predictions or not?
Yeah, we probably should go ahead and hit the predictions.
We could maybe get like 1 or 2 out the way.
I gotta actually find the frickin' list. By the time I do, the game's gonna be back. Up to that, the game's back. Never mind.
Get back on. Let's see what they decide. Yeah, first on Cardinals.
Yeah, like I said, there's no. It's really impossible to tell based off of the angles.
By the time he gets touched, the ball's already out.
Yeah, it appears to be. You can't. I feel like it's really hard to tell on those angles, like definitively whether he is or not. But again, because of the
All right, 1st and 10.
But I mean, if Kyler keeps throwing the ball like this, there are going to be more picks.
It's going to be a handoff.
Although that's good run blocking.
Jerry Benson's got a lot of good blocking, and he steps out of bounds and gets the first down, and now talking some trash.
That's phenomenal run blocking by the Cardinals offensive line there.
Amen to that.
By the I do not understand what Kyler's doing out there right now, like at all, even remotely.
I don't like, bro. Was he trying to? Honestly, that's low key defensive holding. To be honest, on Woolen right there. So,
yeah.
1st and 10 for Arizona from Seattle, 35. Kyler Murray, low snap, takes it though. Murray doesn't play action. Murray, he's gonna scramble to his left.
What on earth?
Benson breaks off or shakes off a tackle and gets about 5 yards there. Second down.
There's a flag on the play though.
There's a flag on. A late flag comes out.
Did not see what the flag was, but like, what an absolutely pathetic tackle attempt that was.
Alex Kemp, 8 seasons in for
face mask.
Personal foul
on the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Good Lord. They're just shooting themselves in the foot right now.
That's the Arizona, or no, that's the Seattle one. And, bruh, ain't this crazy? I literally said that's low-key. Yeah, you got it. But I literally said that's low-key holding on Woolen, and then he goes ahead and gets the penalty himself, so.
Yeah, that was obvious. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah. Like, for a second, like, he hit the helmet, but then he, like, drove his hand.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for Arizona. Woolen's been having a rough season so far. 1st and 10. Cardinals have it at the Seattle 16. They're in the red zone. Let's see what they do with it. Murray takes snap. He's going to do one of those little trick plays of Greg Dortch, kind of. And Dortch get it. Bro, I don't even know how to commentate that play. That's how weird that was. Yeah,
it was a completely nonsensical play, Claw. I don't really quite understand what the point of all that was.
2nd down. Like, bro, I literally still don't know how I was supposed to commentate that play. Like, that was just so discombobulated. That was like this Tuesday at my school, so discombobulated. 2nd and 7 for Arizona. Benson motions to the other side of the backfield.
Steps back, throws. Hey, look, he threw to an Arizona Cardinal.
Yeah, caught by Trey McBride for 3rd down. Let's see if they can convert it. They're obviously in the red zone, so they're obviously feeling right. And I'm getting botted again. That's just great. 3rd and 5. Murray 5 for 25 yards and 1 interception. McBride 2 for 10. In receptions and yards wise. 3rd and 5 for the Arizona Cardinals from inside the Seahawks 11. Harrison motions out. Kyler. That's probably gonna be a flag on somebody. I think it might be neutral zone infraction, to be honest.
I know it's false start actually.
Oh, they're calling false start. Okay. Like, they were all pointing to Seattle, so I thought it was in Seattle. But no, false start on Jonah Williams. I think that's his name. I don't agree with that at all. I think that's neutral zone infraction. I don't think he moved. 3rd and 9. I don't agree with that call whatsoever. 3rd and 9 for Arizona. We know the referees got to be referees. That's why zebras are my least favorite animal.
Fair enough.
3rd and 9. Kyler takes
steps
a snap.
Back, throws. Ooh, what a hit! And he can't take him down.
Dortch gets hit, but he stays on his feet somehow. He gets it to the 10, but nothing much. 4th down, and they're most likely going to settle for a field goal here. Which, if you're Arizona, you're grateful to get a field goal after what Kyler's been putting you through. Yeah,
exactly. What Kyler's putting you through, the tackling on the Seahawks. Like, honestly, for the Seahawks, you're thrilled to get off the field right now because your tackling has been so bad that it's a wonder you haven't let him get a full touchdown so far.
Fourth and 3, Chad Riley, third season, 50 for 65, 77%. Longest was a 58-yarder. It was a fourth-round selection by the Patriots in the 2023 draft. This is 27 yards. If you can't make this, then you better call Walmart to get a job.
Okay.
Okay, I think – is that delayed game or is it timeout? Timeout. Cardinals call timeout. Bro, how do you almost get a delayed game penalty on a freaking field goal?
You think it sounds crazy, but I've seen it happen way too many times with the Bengals over the years.
Never mind. They actually did get the delayed game on the field goal.
Wow.
That makes no damn sense. You're supposed to do one thing, and that's to kick the ball.
I mean, it's still only a 32-yard attempt.
32-yard field goal. Okay, now what's going on? Why is Chad Riley walking all the way over there? And what are the refs doing? Bro, I'm so confused. Ref, shut up. Go home. Please. .32-yard attempts. Kick is up. Right down the middle. Cardinals get 3 on the board.
No question about it.
Cardinals get 3 up on the board. 3-0 Arizona. Man. The Cardinals got lucky with those 3 points. They really, bro, honestly, I think Seattle should be up 3-0 if anything. But don't worry, Seattle. If Kyler Murray keeps overthrowing you, you'll get your shine. He keeps overthrowing his own receivers.
Okay, almost ready to get back going on these things here.
Well, we gotta wait because we're back on the game. So.
Right, yeah. I'm just letting you know.
Cardinals lead 3-0. The kickoff is going to come shortly, maybe, depending on if they want to do it or not. Kyler looking at the film tape saying, boy, I got God on my side with those 3 points.
It seems like a wonder. Like oddly enough, with how chaotic that drive was, it seems like a wonder, A, that the Cardinals have any points, and B, that they didn't end up getting a touchdown anyway.
Yeah. Chad Riley kicks away. The ball's going to travel, and he's going to field it around the 4. He's going to take it to the 20, 25. That is poor running technique. But if that was the Saints on the other side, he would probably score a touchdown. But the Cardinals did.
Good job to get him down about the 21-22, though.
What?
Good job to get him down around the 21-22, though.
Yeah. Bruh. So in the first quarter, last week, Seattle only scored 21. But they currently have a goose egg right now.
They sure do.
Vikings playoff game. That was a fun game, huh, Jim? I don't even know why I said his name. He's not even listening. 1st and 10.
Oh, my God.
Seahawks.
Damn it.
It's a play action. Darnold throws. It is caught by a wide open number 18 and gets out of bounds first down. I'm shocked there ain't a flag. Kirk Herbstreit and Al Michaels. First and 10, Seattle. From their own 35. Darnold's 3 for 3 for 51 yards right now. Darnold is giving the play call. Darnold said, Hut. He pitches it to Kenneth Walker. He's got a good left side.
Nice job.
He just trucked his own offensive lineman and gets the first down out of it. So, bro, everybody's tackling each other today. So, bro, like on that fumble, you got Kobe Bryant getting leveled by a team. Second, so they're marking him a yard short. I think that's the least favorable spot you could have given him because I thought that was a clear first down. But hey, these referees are stupid, so that doesn't surprise me. 2nd and 1. Seahawks have it at their own 44, which is the amount of points that they scored last week. Yes, I'm still bitter. 2nd and 1. Hands it off to Walker.
Gets to
Kenneth
the
Walker
outside.
versus the outside. Walker got some running room to the 40. Out of bounds at around the 35, probably the 34. First down, Seahawks.
So I wonder this is the Cardinals team that has like really not allowed a lot of scoring this season.
Yeah, because they've been playing the Saints, Panthers, and 49ers.
The 49ers have a explosive enough explosive enough potential. Let's put it that way.
Not when you got Mac Jones as your quarterback.
Yeah, but they got weapons. I mean, not as many weapons as they've had in the past, to be fair.
First and 10. It's going to be a handoff to Walker up the middle. Walker stutter steps, but bursts through the middle for about an 8-yard gain. It's going to be second down.
Good run right there.
Kenneth Walker, he's been good and bad today. I don't know. Like, he's had some good runs lately, but like he started the game out treacherous. Second and 2. Seattle has it at around Arizona 27. Play action. Darnold looking.
Gotta get rid of the ball. What are you doing?
One starts ending, and I don't even know where the ball went. Like, he threw the ball 0 yards. It's 3rd and 2 now. They're showing Cooper Kupp. I don't know what he had to do with that play.
Jeff, I don't know. Unfortunately I'm unable to put your comment up on the thing right now because you're right. The bots are swarming my channel so badly right now that I can't even like the plugin that I normally use to put the comments up on the screen. I can't actually like use any of my like admin options from that one, which is annoying. Wow, nice throw there by Sam Darnold.
I thought that was going to be intercepted, and Cooper Kupp decided to be a gymnast in this mug, getting a first down.
But yeah, anyway, I've got to keep it on this screen right now because, like you said, we're getting swarmed so badly by bots that I'm just gonna basically I have to keep unhooking it and rehooking it, which causes me to have to change the screen on OBS, which leads to like 10 seconds of black screen dead time. So just for now, I can't even put those comments on the screen because of the fucking bots.
First and 10. Darnold takes a snap from under center.
Wide open.
Throws, and it is caught.
Wow.
Touchdown, A.J. Barner.
What
and
a play.
He spikes it.
Yeah, he was wide open too. I don't know what they were doing.
We're not talking about him either.
Jeff, do you want to be? If you keep reporting them, do you want to be an admin? That way you can ban them. In the past, it hasn't been. In the past, it hasn't been as big of a deal because I made Mikey an admin or a moderator, not an admin. But I made Mikey a moderator, so he was able to ban people. But he's doing the stream right now, so if he tries to do stuff, then it's going to cause him to have to go dark for a minute. So one of us has to go dark either way.
Right up the middle. So yeah, you can make Jeff the thing, and then he can ban him.
Yeah, if he wants to. That's why I'm giving him the option.
That was a beautiful ball by Darnold. Only where Barner could get it.
Nice job.
Well, like I said, we're not talking about the entire Seattle offense.
All right. Well, it is it is commercial, so it's time for some predictions.
Okay.
All right. So next one is the Vikings going to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. What do you think happens?
Vikings Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the Vikings to win 16-15.
Who is going to play quarterback in this game?
For Minnesota?
Yeah.
I think it's Carson Wentz.
Still Carson Wentz? Okay.
I think so. They said McCarthy was out for like 2 to 4 weeks.
Okay. Maybe this is me, coping and trying to be like, oh, the Vikings aren't so bad with Carson Wentz. I don't know. But, I don't know. I feel like I really don't like the Steelers very much. The Vikings have a really solid defense. And I do like, I do think that Carson Wentz might be a better quarterback right now than J.J. McCarthy. In the long run, I still believe in J.J. McCarthy. But I do think right now Carson Wentz might be their better option. And that doesn't mean that they should start him over J.J. McCarthy because they need to develop McCarthy. But since he's hurt anyway, I think that the Vikings are a bit of a better team when they have... And don't forget, former second overall pick And he hasn't exactly been bad throughout his career. He's lost his job because Jalen Hurts was better, but he's always been a solid, backup option. So I'm gonna go with the Vikings here, just because I feel like there's something going on there in Minnesota right now, and no, I'm not just saying that because they blew us out. But
y'all lost worse than we did Sunday.
Did we?
Yes.
What was your score?
44-13, which was a 31-point loss.
Oh yeah, so we lost by about one more touchdown than you did though. But
Yep.
I won because I got free money from DraftKings.
And you know what I won?
Yeah.
I won a lot of depression and anxiety.
Okay. Well, real quick, what's your prediction for this game?
I already said it. Vikings 16-15.
Oh, okay. All right. This kick's gonna be returned.
So the return to the 20, 25 breaks off a tackle, and then Greg Dortch gets
Nice play.
basically
Okay.
tackle.
Jeff, I'll go ahead and make you a moderator.
Hey, welcome to the club,
So,
Jeff.
If you're here and able, you like no pressure or anything. You're under no obligation. But if you're here and able, it'd be nice if you could ban the bots.
1st and 10 for Arizona with 1:27 left in the first quarter. Cardinals have it at their own 26. Tip Riemann in motion. Kyler. Hey, I'm going to throw it to you. And when I say you, I'm talking to the Seattle players. Hey, what? Kyler takes a snap. Hands it off to Trey Benson, though, and gets about 3-ish yards. It's going to be second down.
Wasn't really a whole lot going on that play.
Yep.
Mike McDonald, what do you think about him as a coach, Mikey?
I think he's done some great things as a coach, and I think there's still stuff he can improve on. I think he's definitely built a pretty good defense there, which was what he was brought to do. And I think that culture over there is better than it was with Pete Carroll.
Mm.
So I think highly of McDonald. But
And he's
Murray,
down.
He gets sacked. Go down to the ground. 3rd down. Poor old Kyler.
He just never had a chance with how do you pronounce Uchenna Nwosu coming right at him. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
Let's go.
Good job. He was just first he was unblocked, and then someone tried picking him up, but they just couldn't do it. I'm surprised Benson didn't try helping out with that. 3rd and 15. Cardinals have it at their own 21.
Isaiah Adams having a rough day today so far.
Yeah, Arizona got that man off the phone. They're going to have to call a timeout, I think. And while they do that, I'll be right back.
Did the 12th man travel to Arizona? I think is the question. Obviously not. But, yeah, this is... I will say, I wasn't really exactly looking forward to this game. By the way, I need to update the fucking score. But I wasn't exactly looking forward to this game because it's two teams that I don't really care that much about. But it has been a competitive game so far. So you gotta give it that. And I think it always was going to be because I think the Cardinals are playing a little above how good they actually are this year, and the Seahawks are just pretty decent. So and it's a divisional game. There's always interest in that. It's going to be 3rd and 15. Kyler Murray's going to take the shotgun snap. He's going to roll out to his right, makes a man miss. He's going to keep it himself, and he picks up about 3 or 4 yards, but it's going to be 4th down now. I don't know what he was trying to get done on that one, but that he had no shot of whatever his intention was. That was not going to happen. So we are now done with the first quarter, and we're moving on to the second. And as soon as Mikey gets back, we will do some more of these predictions. But, yeah, man, it has been a rough-looking game so far. In terms of, well, okay, maybe not rough, sloppy. It's been a sloppy-looking game so far in terms of both offenses. Kyler Murray, I don't know what he's seeing out there. Like, I mean, I think like Jameis Winston needs to give his like free LASIK coupon. He needs to give it to Kyler because Kyler looks completely completely detached from reality out there. I don't know what he's looking at. And then the Seahawks offense has been, a lot more subdued than I thought they would be going into this one.
What did I miss?
Kyler Murray tried to run it on 3rd and 15 and got about 4 yards, but not really much. About the only thing you missed.
Prediction time.
Yep, prediction time. So we got the Commanders going to Atlanta to play the Falcons. Think real hard about it, Mikey. Who you got?
Commanders 27-24.
Said Commanders. You said Commanders?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that even a question?
Not really. I just wanted to confirm because, like, right when you said it, my headphones fell out of my, got unplugged. So I was just making absolutely sure. All right. I'm taking the Commanders, too. The Falcons, the Falcons suck, and
finally you know it, bro.
I think, it's just like, right now the Falcons suck. Like, they beat the Vikings. They beat the Vikings pretty soundly, so that was a pretty good game. But other than that, the Falcons just have not shown anything of.
No, what do I always tell you? The failed cons are always gonna fail con.
I didn't have against the Vikings, but yeah.
That's because they were playing JJ McCarthy, who sucks all of it.
But they still scored like 22 points against a good defense.
No, they're only good defense when they play the Bengals. Anyways, let's see what's next.
No, the Vikings are pretty good defense this year. Like, overall.
What's the next game, bro?
Browns going to Detroit.
Lions 17-15.
Okay. What was your score prediction for the Commanders and Falcons again?
27-24.
I think Jeff makes a good point. That's a lot of points for Atlanta.
Well, you gotta be nice to your rivals sometimes.
Yeah, I'm also gonna take the Lions as the punts away. Let's see what happens here.
Returned by Torrey Horton, and if that's the Saints, he's going to touchdown, but the Cardinals make the tackle it.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, the Browns got their like fluky win against a good team out of their system against Green Bay last week. I can't imagine they do it against the Lions. It'd be kind of funny if they did, but not for me because like the Browns beating good teams is not a world I want to live in.
Yeah, I want the Browns to win.
I don't.
Well, today.
Why do you want the Browns to win? What do you have against the Lions?
I told you last week I don't like them Lions fans, especially when they start talking crap to us Saints fans. Like, what we do to you?
Okay. I can't say I've ever had a single problem with a Lions fan in my life, but okay.
Well, that's you. First and 10 for Seattle from their own 26. Darnold on the center. Darnold takes a snap. Darnold hits
it's out of a tackle. Nice.
Somebody that's not
Zach Charbonnet.
That's Zach Charbonnet, and he gets decent run, second down, not much, but not a little.
Jeff says his friend is a Lions fan. That's fair enough. I got a Lions fan who comes to the bank all the time, and he's always a good for a good conversation. He's pretty reasonable.
Hands it off, up the middle.
There's a flag on the play, though. I think that might be holding.
Flag on the play.
I think that's holding on the Seahawks.
We'll see. I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
It's going to be holding. You said it's going to be roughing the kicker? All right. Okay.
They punch the kicker on the sideline. Go to the back.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Holding on the defense.
Oh, okay.
Holding on.
It's holding. I thought so. It's holding on the Cardinals.
Holding on Harris Johnson Jr. when the Seahawks have the ball.
I swear to God, like 75 was like Bradford there. I swear to God, Bradford was really kind of doing some extracurricular there, but I don't know. They called it on the Cardinals, I guess.
The broadcast said Paris Johnson Jr. The pitch is Zach Charbonnet. Bro, what is this play calling? You know who I don't think highly as a coach? Clint Kubiak.
Wait, I'm confused. Who got called for the holding, Mikey? Who actually got called?
Paris Johnson Jr.
Okay.
The broadcast said Paris Johnson Jr., but the TV thing said PJ Musgrave.
Okay, according to the ESPN box score, it doesn't appear that anybody got called for holding.
Well, that's because the box score is down. Mac Wilson Sr. down on the play.
See what happens here.
Let's see. He evades a blocker, and then he trips over a Seahawks player. That might be a torn ACL or some type of knee damage.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, with the way that happened, that could easily be an ACL.
Yeah,
the way he's walking off makes me think it's not.
Yeah.
He got off there pretty quick.
Second and 12 for Arizona.
See what you got, Cardinals.
Not Arizona, Seattle. Second and 12. Sam Darnold. Out of shotgun knee.
Motion.
Cup in motion.
He's under big pressure.
Coming for you, Darnold. As he gets down to the ground. Who's that, Calais Campbell?
Yeah, yep. Calais Campbell.
I totally forgot he went back to Arizona.
Yeah, that was a combination between him and I almost said Jacoby Brissett.
You said what?
I almost said Jacoby Brissett, but it was Baron Browning. It's a combination of Baron Browning and I think honestly Baron Browning's probably really the one who should get credit for the sack, but it doesn't happen without Calais Campbell.
3rd and 19 to do a draw play to Walker.
Why?
And he gets
what was the point of that?
They were just punting on the drive without actually punting for.
Got to at least try.
A lot of teams do it. I don't know why, but a lot of teams do it.
You got to at least try.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I hate when teams be kneeling the ball before halftime or running draws or screen passes on these 3rd and longs. Man, boy, if you just don't put your big boy mans on.
I guess.
Michael Dixon gonna punt the ball. 4th and 15. Mr. Double Punt himself. If you know, you know. Punt is away.
I remember that. That was funny.
Yeah, I think I saw it the other day too. It's gonna be returned from Greg Dortch, and he got a solid return. Gets it out to about the 27-yard line. Cardinals with the ball. Kyler Murray coming back onto the field.
Did a good job of evading a lot of guys there.
Yep.
Battle of the Birds.
Yep, the Cardinals got their rival jerseys on, I think. So, that's something. Okay, prediction time.
All right, let's get back to some of these predictions. So we got the Panthers going to New England to play the Patriots, obviously. I don't know why I had to think about that. So obviously going to be a phenomenally interesting game here.
This might be the worst game of the entire year. Give me the Patriots to win 18-15.
I don't know the worst game of the year, but definitely the least. Definitely the one with the least intrigue for sure. But you said the Patriots.
Yep.
I'm gonna take the Cardinals. I'm not the Panthers. I'm gonna take the Panthers. Fuck you.
What did I do?
Call me out.
You know. Okay, Kyle. What's next?
All right. So we got the Chargers going to New Jersey to play the Giants.
Before I get to this game, I know what you said on your freaking video that you made the other day.
What did I say on the video?
I read the things that you put beneath.
I'm happy you do. I just don't remember what I put.
Saying how Drew Brees doing interception all the time.
I did.
Well, guess what?
He sure did.
Well, guess what?
He had a chance to make that whole series of events not matter, and he choked.
Well, guess what, Kyle? You know what I gotta say to you?
What's that?
Fuck you. Okay.
Hi, John.
I got the Chargers winning 32-16.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on in that mode.
I am also going to take the Chargers because now it is going to be Jackson Dart's first game starting, so maybe that makes a difference. I'm not a big fan of Jackson Dart, but he might be better than Russell Wilson at this stage. And I gotta say, like all these Bengals fans who are like, "Oh man, we got to trade for Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson," like, how do you guys think that makes anything better? Like, I mean, I understand Jake Browning didn't look very good against the Vikings, and like his ceiling is not as high as like a Russell Wilson or a Jameis Winston. But with what you've seen out of both Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson at this stage in their careers, what makes you think that makes anything better? Why would we give up a draft pick to maybe win like maybe one extra game? I don't know.
1st and 10, hands it off to Benson. Benson gets a solid run, got solid block in there for about a 7-yard pickup, maybe 8, depending on where they mark the ball. It's going to be 2nd down.
That bottom stuff adds a lot. I'm not sure what Jeff's referring to.
Talking about the thing where it's...
What? Where are you throwing, Kyler?
Huh?
Did you miss that play? That, like, Kyler Murray just completely threw it to nobody.
Here's a replay. Let's see. Kyler Murray, let's see. Takes a snap. And Kyler Murray...
he wasn't even under pressure. Like, I think he was just he was expecting Marvin Harrison to be in a spot, so it was a miscommunication. But like, you gotta at least look before you throw.
Isn't Murray like being paid as like one of the top 10 quarterbacks too?
Yeah, and he's playing like one of the bottom 10 right now.
Yeah, it's caught by Michael Wilson for 1st down. It's weird because I thought Murray like his first 2 years he was pretty good.
I thought he had potential, but I never thought. Like, everybody thought Kyler Murray was going to be, like, the next top 10 quarterback. I never really thought that was necessarily going to happen.
It's a bump off Trey Benson. They're trying to wrap him up. And they eventually do get him 2nd down.
Witherspoon's over there, like celebrating the tackle and, like, flexing. Like, it didn't take his entire team coming to the rescue to get him down.
Yeah, 2nd down. 2nd and 7, Cardinals have it inside their own 43. Kyler takes a snap. Kyler knocks down, volleyball spikes, whatever you want. Kyler, I ain't gonna lie, those are some cool uniforms though. But it's gonna be 3rd down. Off topic a little bit. How do you feel about the QB sliding late and the defense hitting him getting a flag? Kyle, how do you feel about that?
Well, if the quarterback slides, then they're giving themselves up, and you're not supposed to touch. That's what the rules are. Now, the way that Patrick Mahomes uses that to try to draw flags, that's bullshit, and that needs to be called out. But
snap, 3rd and 7. Kyler throws, caught by McBride, he gets it.
So Kyler Murray's not very good, but Trey McBride's pretty damn good.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. I think it depends on how you do it. Like, if you're clearly sliding, if you're clearly sliding, then I think the defense should just let you go. But if you are like purposely trying to draw them to get to him, then that's something else. 1st and 10. Kyler takes a snap. Kyler goes deep with it, and it's caught by McBride. He gets boom, chicka boom, down of bounds.
Throw the ball to McBride on every play.
Yeah. He's the only one that can make a catch right now.
Well, and he seems to have some level of chemistry with Kyler Murray, and I'll give Kyler credit. That was a good throw there.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be picked off for a brief second.
Right.
1st and 10. Murray's 10 for 15, 64 yards in the pick as he's playing like a check down Charlie right now. 1st and 10. Arizona's at the 32-30, the Seattle 32. Kyler takes a snap. Kyler
on the back foot.
And that is out of reach.
He's got to stop throwing on the back foot like that. Like
Xavier Weaver.
He's trying to launch it and he's trying to get extra yards, but the problem is every time he does that, he overthrows.
Yeah, Josh Jobe on the cards. We don't got to talk about him either.
If that had been a better throw, maybe you could have gotten pass interference, but...
Maybe. Josh Jobe, 4th season, 2 interceptions, 14 pass deflections, and 1 forced fumble. 2nd and 10 for Arizona. Cardinals have it. The Seahawks 32, 9:18 left in the half. Kyler takes the snap. No blocking, but he throws. It's called by Trey Benson. He breaks the tackle, but
Man,
maybe he gets a wide, maybe he throws.
This tackling technique by the Seahawks is wild. Like, again, the fact that they're not giving up more points right now, despite they look like toddlers out there trying to tackle. That should tell you everything you need to know about the Cardinals, honestly.
They're actually saying lost the yard. 3rd and 11. They struck Jesus. 3rd and 11 for the Arizona Cardinals. All right, Kyler takes a snap. Murray.
What?
Throws.
It's intercepted!
Then it gets intercepted. And he's going to the 30, 35. Ernest Jones, high step. Ernest Jones maybe gets into the. Bro, what's his time? I thought for sure he caught that. What?
And
Marvin
that
Harrison,
wasn't.
what are you doing?
That one wasn't even. I told you there was going to be another pick, but that one wasn't even Kyler Murray's fault.
Yeah, like Marvin Harrison. We were just praising. He
just bobbled it. He just threw it all over the place.
Nobody tipped it. Nobody did nothing. What are you doing? Marvin Harrison.
What on earth was that? Good Lord.
All right, prediction time.
All right. Real quick, Jeff says, so one team can't tackle and one team overthrows. Yeah, and both teams are not looking super good right now on offense, but both teams' defenses are looking pretty good. Well, sort of. The Seahawks defense is looking kind of like the Bengals defense, where they're not actually very good, but they get like turnovers and like they know how to like capitalize on like kind of craziness, but they're not actually playing all that good.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Cardinals defense is actually playing well, but obviously not quite well enough. But anyway, prediction time. We got the Eagles going to Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. Now, this might actually be a really good game.
Yeah, I think it will be a good one. Give me the Eagles to win, though, 29-23, and they stay undefeated.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I can go either way on this one. I'm gonna. I feel like the Eagles are just too like a lot of what's propelling the Buccaneers right now is just like Baker Mayfield brand bullshit, and I don't know if that's.
1 second, I gotta call somebody real quick.
Okay, well, I'll keep talking and then you do your thing. So I feel like a lot of what's propelling the Buccaneers right now is Baker Mayfield brand bullshit, and then also some good football surrounding it. But at the end of the day, the Eagles are just too fundamentally sound of a football team. I just don't think that Baker Mayfield bullshit's going to work against the Eagles. We'll see. I wouldn't be shocked if the Buccaneers win this one, but I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles in this one. Jeff said, John says this should be a great close game. Depending on your definition of a great close, yes, it does appear to be a very close game. Depending on your definition of great, it's a very interesting football game. It's kind of got everything, but it's also between two teams that are largely irrelevant. Like, I mean, the Seahawks might be and the Seahawks would probably make the playoffs the way they're playing. I just don't really see them making a run or anything. It'd be wild if they did with Sam Darnold, though.
After this game, we keep playing like it is. Oh, shoot. Now I got to be right back again.
Yep. From the 49-yard line, Sam Darnold's going to do the play-action pass. He's going to wind up, throw it deep, and he's got a man. And is that a catch? No, he dropped it. That was on point to Troy Horton, but it was also good coverage by whoever was covering him on the Cardinals there. Melton looks like. And just in general, very, very good pass by Darnold. Maybe could have thrown that a little bit more to the other side, and that could have been caught by Troy Horton there. But
first of all, it's Tory Horton. I had to learn that the
Well,
hard
you
way.
said Troy earlier.
No, I said Torrey.
No, you said Troy.
No, I said Torrey.
You said both, but
throws wide open,
there you
caught
go.
by a guy with the pulse, and it's gonna be first down.
Sam Darnold looking like the much better quarterback in this game. Like a lot of his missed throws are due to good coverage by the Cardinals defense, as opposed to like.
Darnold looks like a way better quarterback than when he was drafted.
Oh yeah, well he played for the Jets first of all. Like
Okay.
he had no fucking chance.
So did Mark Sanchez.
And he ended up like his career ended up tanking too. Mark Sanchez looked really good at first, if you recall.
And
but
still beat you up on this team.
But that was also a different era of the Jets too.
Kevin Walker stutter steps, does a he, and gets a couple yards.
The version of the Jets that Sam Darnold got drafted to might have been one of the worst situations of all time for a quarterback to be drafted into. Maybe except for Johnny Manziel, but also Johnny Manziel was part of the problem there.
2nd and 6 for Seattle. They've been pointing to DeMarcus Lawrence a lot, so I don't know if he's hurt or what. But hands off to Walker, gets to the outside. That was a great tackle by Keitrell Clark. Start down. Because that probably prevents a touchdown.
Yep. There's a flag on the play, though.
Okay. Flag on the play. Let me guess. It's going to be personal foul, roughing the kicker.
I think it's gonna be taunting, I think.
So it's going to be roughing the kicker on the offense. God.
Okay.
Well, the Seahawks are pissed.
So okay, maybe not. Taunting. Yep, I would. Oh, so I was right. It was taunting. It was just it was on the Seahawks. I thought it was going to be taunting on the Cardinals.
Taunting on Kenneth Walker. Wait, why was Walker taunting?
How do you get taunting for like a 2-yard gain? What are you taunting for?
You know what? I think he probably was bitter that he got tackled. So then they were both talking trash. Let me see.
Yeah, he did.
He did hold leg a little bit.
Yeah, but he's not taunting though. He points at him.
Campbell. Oh, well, then he throws the ball at him. So.
Maybe it's because they threw the ball. But even then, it's not taunting. Like, unsportsmanlike conduct, maybe, but...
3rd and 18 at the 40. Horton in motion. Donald takes a snap.
It's good blocking.
Dumps it off. Zach Charbonnet catches it and goes backward.
That was good. That was a waste of good blocking there.
Calais Campbell coming out like a madman on a mission. Bruh. That went from a possible touchdown to them having to probably pump the ball.
Right, exactly. Like this Cardinals defense is not anything to sneeze at. I'll tell you that.
That shit. 4th and 22. But I still don't understand why Walker had to cut all of his hair off.
No.
Maybe it's the hair. Maybe that's why he's not doing good right now.
I don't know.
Dixon punts away. The ball goes.
No, not quite.
A touchback.
One of the better punters in the NFL, but he couldn't get that one.
Who's gonna win, Michael Dixon or Blake Gillikin?
Well, right now Blake Gillikin's obviously looking like the better punter today, but all time, obviously Michael Dixon's one of the best in the league.
I miss you, Blake. I miss you, man.
He's a punter.
Yeah. Have you seen our offense lately?
If your offense is that bad that you're worried about the punter, you don't need to worry about the punter.
Have you seen our offense lately? We need all the punting help we can get.
But that's kind of the point. If that's what you're saying, then you're just kind of SOL kick like punter or no punter.
All right, my brother in Christ. What is your score, or what's the next prediction?
Titans going to Houston to play Texans.
Texans 23-16.
I mean, you know what? I've got this feeling about this game, right? I've got this feeling that the Tennessee has no chance because they suck. Texans.
Yeah, the Texans can't win this game. I don't know what to say about them.
The fact that they lost the way they did the Jaguars was absolutely wild.
Well, it's weird. The Texans could be 3-0 right now.
Yeah, they could, but they're also not. They don't deserve to be for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, you got the Colts going to Los Angeles to play the Rams.
Colts 15-14. Why? Because I said so. That's why.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting, fun to watch game. I think. I think I'm gonna go with the Rams. I think at some point the Indianapolis Colts magic has got to kind of come back down to earth, and I think the Rams are a little underrated right now. So I'm gonna take the Rams in this one.
Well, then you do that.
All right, you got the Ravens going to Kansas City in the battle of the teams that are having very disappointing starts to the season. Who wins?
Chiefs 15-14.
Okay, I think the Ravens are going to take this one. I think the Ravens have been disappointing, but I don't think they are quite as weird looking as the Chiefs are right now. I think
5:40 left in the first quarter. First and 10 on their own 20. See, you got halfway till halftime. Murray throws it backwards, kind of. Caught and by Greg Dortch. Greg Dortch breaking all the tackles. Greg Dortch, best receiver of all time for about 3 yards.
2 yards, actually. Like you're right. It's like like the Cardinals, the Seahawks are weird because they're doing a really good job of generally holding down the Cardinals' offense, despite absolutely trash tackling. Okay, well, that was good tackle.
Caught by McBride, and he gets tackled by Julian Love. Love's been having a pretty good game today. It's third down for Arizona.
Yeah, that was. I'm sitting here talking trash about the Seahawks tackling, but that was a good tackle by Julian Love.
Julian Love kind of reminds me of a Buda Baker type, and I'm not just saying that because Buda Baker's on the Cardinals. I'm just saying from general.
No, I got you.
3rd and 2. Murray is going over the plate. All right, so I got to throw an interception here, so you go there. Say, right. That's what he's saying. All right, Kyler Murray takes a snap. Okay, he's going to be handed up the middle, and that is nothing.
Nothing there.
Well, you see, Arizona, bro, I don't understand Arizona's offense at all. At all.
I don't.
4th and 1.
Like for a 2-1 team, they look like garbage on offense at least. But
how did we lose to this team?
Because their defense is really good.
We must really be trash.
Well, there's also that.
Blake Gillikin, the best punter of all time, and I don't care what you say. Punt is away. The ball traveling. My glorious Blake Gillikin. All right, Torrey Horton. Okay, pretty good tackle. Push it back. Now they marked forward progress.
Well, they're always going to.
Well, they shouldn't. I think forward progress is stupid. I don't. Absolutely stupid.
There are a lot of things where I think because they're trying to really hammer home making offense more exciting in the NFL, there are a lot of rules that I think are dumb. The forward progress rule doesn't bother me.
I don't like it, man. Let them tackle the dude, bro. So I don't. I've never understood.
I think part of the reason for that is to stop plays, and that way you're at least somewhat reducing the risk of injury.
Man, these are millionaires, man. Let them hit each other.
Not all of them are, though.
Well, they should be. 1st and 10 for Seattle.
I mean,
3:45 and a half.
All right, from the 10. It's good protection.
He's going to roll into the end zone. He rolls out of the end zone.
Wow, nice catch.
Caught by number 18. And now he's doing a funky-looking dance.
That was a hell of a catch there, man.
First down, Seattle.
By Elijah Arroyo.
Oh, yeah, okay. Elijah Arroyo.
Yeah. The rookie wide receiver out of Miami.
Tight end.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's one spot under Torrey Horton, so I got him mixed up. But yeah, so rookie tight end out of Miami.
First and 10. Seattle has up their own 42. It's going to be a fake pitch. Darnold turns around, has all day to throw. He's going to run up the middle.
Arizona?
All day to run. Darnold's to the 40. Slide down around the 34, 33. First down, Seattle.
When Sam Darnold looks like Lamar Jackson, you got a problem.
No, he's the best quarterback of all time. He's playing against the Saints.
Good Lord.
So he had the time to read the Declaration of Independence and read his kids a bedtime story.
All right. See what they got here.
If he even has kids. First and 10. Pitch to Zach Charbonnet to the left side. He's got a great blocking. Charbonnet cuts inside for an easy first down. Cardinals defense is not playing well in this drive.
I'm over here talking about the Cardinals defense being so good, but yeah, you're right. They don't look good right now.
First and 10. That's probably going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
John says you were talking about Eagles and Buccaneers. That was what my last comment was about. Should be a great. You're talking about Eagles Buccaneers. Yeah, I think that will be a very interesting game for sure, John. I agree with you on that one. Texans lost close to the Bucks.
They should have beat the Bucks, but
yeah, but Baker Mayfield bullshit.
Prediction
but yeah. John thinks Colts in a blowout. Jim, I'm not responding to you if you're on mute. College football question for Mikey: LSU or Ole Miss?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I have a bad feeling. It's like LSU does this every year, ever since the national championship year back in 2019, where it's like they should beat a team that they're better than. I know Ole Miss is ranked 13th, but LSU is number 4. We should not lose to Ole Miss. But I have a bad feeling Ole Miss is going to destroy us on Saturday. I just don't know why. But I just have a bad feeling.
All right. I haven't had I don't want to jinx it, so knock on wood, but I haven't had a bot in here for a minute. So maybe I can hook the chat back up. I just got to get the thing back. Here we go. Yeah, so like I said, if the bots come back, then hopefully Jeff's here to ban them. But right now the bots aren't here. Knock on wood. So, hopefully they stay gone, because that way, I can't hook the thing up, unless we have a moderator who's going to be here consistently. But anyway, let's get back to the predictions. So we got the Bears going to Vegas to play the Raiders.
Bears, Raiders, you say, bro, where are they at? Oh, here they are. Bears 32-21.
All right, I'm gonna make a really bold and oddly specific prediction. I think the Raiders are going to win. The reason I think the Raiders are going to win is because I think Caleb Williams is going to spend all night before the game partying, and he's going to be playing the game with a hangover and look like shit.
Oh.
Why? I don't know. Why? I don't know. I just have a feeling.
Caleb's probably going to be doing something zesty at those parties.
John thinks the Bears are going to win. And they might. The Bears look a little bit better lately, but I don't know. I'm just not totally convinced yet. But maybe I don't know. I'm not saying they can't win. We'll see.
All right, back to football game. I love football game.
We got 4 more predictions after this.
Seattle has that Arizona 19 with 2 minutes left to go in the half.
Sam
Darnold, he snapped football. He hands football to Zach Charbonnet for maybe a yard.
About a yard, yeah.
Second down. Clock's going to keep running. We'll see if Arizona uses a timeout eventually.
I wouldn't at this point. I would just basically try to get to the half without, allowing much here.
Second down, clock's still running. Seattle can just milk this down and maybe get a touchdown.
I'm confused, Jim. Are you listening or not? Because that's a reference to what we were talking about. So Bears sucked the last 5 to 6 years. Why change now?
I'm confused. Second play action. Darnold rolls out. Darnold throws, and that's
gonna be pass interference. They're saying that's not a catch, but it's pass interference.
Oh, really? Elijah Arroyo, I thought had that, but
anyway, Bears suck last 5 to 6 years. Why change now? I mean, we'll see. You never know, Jim. I'm just saying the last couple of games they've looked better. That's all I'm saying.
Lame,
Well, we all know that, Jim. Like, I mean, you're kind of beating a dead horse at this point, honestly.
That's why I stopped responding to him entirely.
Yeah, that's a complete. Yeah, that there was no chance of catching that one with the way he was all over. That was a once again, great throws by Sam Darnold all night. He looks like wildly the better quarterback in this game. But the score being as close as it is, it's about to not be close though. So
First and goal at the 1. Let's see what they do here. All right, Darnold is going to hand it off.
No, they stopped that one.
Make it stop at the line.
That
Man,
was
by the way, back on the Jim thing. Like, Jim, the thing is with Jim, he keeps throwing digs at my team when we're not even talking about the Saints. It's like, bro, that's not even fun anymore, bro.
Yeah, he's allowed to talk trash.
Exactly, but, bro, that's the only thing he does. It's like...
Yeah. That's okay.
Like, bro, I don't have a problem talking trash, but when you do it over and over and over and over stuff that you've said in the past, it gets repetitive, and I hate that jump.
So talk trash back. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you.
I'm not letting it get to me. The thing is with Jim, it's the same stuff over and over. So if I say something, we're just gonna be talking over and over, and we're not even gonna be focused on the game and stuff. It's like, bro. But bro, honest. Second and goal at the 1. It's a play action.
Got wide open. What?
Throws and that.
I don't know why you were throwing it there.
Intended for Elijah Arroyo.
Now, I actually think that guy on my screen might have been an offensive lineman, so you can't throw it to him.
Maybe. And here we go with Jim talking about Drew Brees.
That was an offensive lineman.
Trash, bro.
Yeah,
talking trash, Jim, because at least we got more Super Bowl rings than your entire franchise. They're talking trash about Drew Brees, but Drew Brees has more rings than the Vikings ever did. Okay. Got it out.
Damn.
I got it out.
Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. They haven't gotten a single yard here. Hey, he's got it. He's got it. Oh, yeah, he's got it. It looked like he clearly had it, and the Cardinals did a good job of almost having a chance at stopping it, but then they let him get it. Wanted a Seahawks TD? Well, that's what we got, Jeff. We got a Seahawks touchdown. Now, who am I rooting for in this game? I really don't care. Out of the two teams, I kind of think the Seahawks are okay. Like, I find the Cardinals annoying because every time the Cardinals sniff relevance, everybody loses their mind. And like these like people way overreact every time the Cardinals look even remotely halfway decent. And the Seahawks have cool uniforms, so.
Yo, Jim, 1998 was awesome, but did y'all win the Super Bowl that year? Okay.
Awesome, but choked like many quarterbacks do, like Marino, Tarkenton. I will say that is a good point about Marino. I'm a little tired of people not talking more about how Marino A was a choke artist and B like people talk about Dan Marino is one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history, and I will agree on part of that. He was a phenomenally talented quarterback, but he was a terrible leader. Like he did not get along with his like teammates and his receivers and stuff. Part of the problem as to why they never won a Super Bowl was because Dan Marino just didn't get along with his guys, and like they never developed that chemistry and stuff. So like like people talk about Dan Marino was like I see Dolphins fans sometimes trying to throw Dan Marino in there as like the best quarterback of all time. Like he was the most talented quarterback of all time, most likely. But he had flaws as a leader, and when you're a quarterback, you have to be a great leader.
Yeah.
Jim is allowed to talk trash, and Mikey's allowed to be mad. I agree with that, Jeff. I'm just trying to stay on point here, but you're both allowed to do what you do. Favre was the best Vikings quarterback.
Yeah, Favre got
I don't know about that.
Hand to him in the championship game.
I don't know about. I think Fran Tarkenton was the best Vikings quarterback, right? Like, I mean, Brett Favre is a better quarterback than Fran Tarkenton was historically, but on the Vikings, Fran Tarkenton was the best Vikings quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, he lost all them Super Bowls, so he's so great that he lost all them Super Bowls.
Well, right, but I'm just saying better than Brett Favre.
Yeah, because they both suck.
Brett Favre didn't suck. Mad Mikey. It's true. Tarkenton was 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah, lost all 3.
Didn't beat the Steelers. You know what? Like I'm gonna like to some extent I'm gonna join in on Mikey on the hammer and the Vikings here. Y'all didn't beat the Steelers, you fucking losers. How dare you?
Yeah, the Vikings are a bunch of nameless great faces.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Cunningham. Yeah, Cunningham's probably better than Favre.
Yeah, Cunningham won as much Super Bowls as you and I have on the Vikings.
Okay, so Drew Brees is a better quarterback than any Vikings, quarterback. But for the most part, I think for the most part, outside of the one crazy ass Drew Brees season, I think the Vikings, for the most part, have had a better team, better quarterbacks, etc.
Yeah, they got quarterbacks and not win them a Super Bowl though.
And Drew Brees won one Super Bowl, and the Saints have
Which
been
is more than the Vikings' entire franchise.
Well, yeah, but the Saints have been, for the most of their history, embarrassingly bad.
And guess what? Even with that fact, we still got more rings than the Vikings' entire franchise.
1.
1 is more than 0. Kyle, do you know math or do you not know math, Kyle?
I know math. I'm just, that's some big braggadocious balls on you for bragging about the 1 ring. Oh, almost picked again.
But no. You want to talk about being braggadocious? Nah, because Jim talks trash about my team every single time I come on. Every single time. This man only talks trash. All he does. So now I'm repaying the favor. All he does to me. He doesn't talk trash about John's team, about Jim, or about. He sometimes talks trash about your team, but he always comes after me. I ain't do nothing to this man.
That's because you react to it.
Well, then I'm gonna react to it harshly now. Kyler throws and it's incomplete, just like the Vikings Super Bowl history. 3rd and 10.
That was a bad throw too, but he was getting hit. He was also getting hit. To be fair. Dan was a very talented.
You want the Hurricane Mike come out? No, I'll bring him out.
All right. Dan was a very talented quarterback, Jeff, but he wasn't a good leader, though. That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying, Jeff. I would rather have a ring than say, well, you made the NFC Championship game. You don't see me bragging about when we won 13-3 and got rigged out of the Super Bowl in 2018. You don't see me bragging that we won 13 games that year. Kyler Murray, quick throw, caught by Greg Dortch. And Greg Dortch gets around the entire Seattle defense for a 1st down.
Dan Marino had no defense, or the running game was the problem. I understand that, Jim, but he also he wasn't able to get it done at the end of the day when it really mattered. And part of that problem was because he was a bad leader.
Yeah, you got
John, should you bring up the Minneapolis Miracle? What happened after? What happened after the Minneapolis? What happened after the Minneapolis Miracle? And Saints cheated to get the Super Bowl, right? Yeah, Jeff? Saints cheated. Well, guess what, loser? We got a ring on our finger.
Rings do matter, Jeff. I don't know. Like,
1st and 10. You can say we cheated. I don't care anymore.
Well,
you've never had a ring.
Ooh, and he's sacked.
You don't even know what a ring feels like.
Williams took down Kyler Murray, and he is he's down. That's man. I mean, the quarter. The quarter is about over.
2nd and 17.
But
Kyler
still.
Scrambled up the middle, pump fakes.
What is he even doing?
That's gonna take it that time.
What is he even doing? Good Lord.
Look, I gotta calm down now, bro. I'm getting hot now.
Yeah, that's kind of what my point was earlier. Like, you're allowed to be mad, but you're getting too overheated right now. Like, I know Jim's pissing you off, but part of the reason he's doing what he's doing is because you react to it. So you just got to start letting it go.
That's what I was, bro. You convinced me to talk trash to him.
No, talk trash, yeah. But if you're getting too heated, like, you don't need to talk trash at that point.
But my thing is, he talks trash to nobody but me.
He talks trash to me all the time. What are you talking about?
Not like he does with me.
Yeah, he does. Not when okay, so to be fair, on the podcast, you're right, he pretty much mainly goes after you. But when you're not here on my live streams, he's constantly saying the same old points about the Bengals. I mean, I get it, it's frustrating, but like, you know, I'm just saying you gotta, like, you know, for your sake, you gotta, like, take your blood pressure down.
Like, bro, man, this dude, like, bro. You know what they say, man? Losers focus on winners, and winners focus on winning.
The Saints aren't doing a lot of focusing on winning lately, though. I'm sorry, I had to get that in there.
Kiss the ring, pal.
You said focusing on winning, and the Saints aren't doing very much of that right now.
We focused on winning in 2009, but more than Minnesota and Cincinnati is done.
I totally forgot Jonah Williams was playing for the Cardinals. Is Jonah Williams playing for the Cardinals as a right fucking tackle?
Yeah,
and not making a big goddamn deal about it? Are you serious? I don't like that guy.
Quick throw, caught by Michael Wilson, and what are you? You should have just took a knee if you were going to do that bullcrap.
I think Jonah Williams might be one of the whiniest football players in the NFL. Good lord.
Oh, that's nice. Going to halftime, Seattle up 14-3. The Cardinals need to find themselves in the locker room.
Let's see. All right, it is halftime. Seahawks leading 13-3. I don't think anybody's very surprised by that scoreline, but anyway, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and move on.
What you laughing at?
Don't worry about it. Let's go ahead and move on to the predictions.
No, I know what you're laughing at. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, but let's move on. We're getting really derailed here, so let's just fucking move on, honestly. All right, so we got the Packers going to Dallas to play the Cowboys. Who you got?
Packers win 18-15, and Micah Parsons gets 38 sacks for the win.
That would be the amount of karma, especially if the Packers offense is playing so badly. You really think the Packers offense is going to play badly against that Cowboys defense?
They played badly against the Browns.
Huh. I mean, I guess, but the Browns have a really good defense, Mikey. The Cowboys don't.
Name 5 players in that defense.
Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, fucking, oh God, what's his name?
You can't even remember the dude's name.
I'll get there. Mason Graham, Martin Emerson. That's who I was trying to fucking think of.
Congratulations.
The Browns have a really good defense, Mikey. Are you denying that?
I'm just saying, man.
I mean, if I give it enough thought, I could probably name more than 5 Browns defenders off the top of my head. Like, they have a really solid defense.
Yeah, I guess they do.
All right, but you're going with the Packers. You're going with the Packers.
Yeah. Yo, Kyle, you gotta fix that scoreboard, buddy.
What?
The Seahawks ain't got no 13.
Oh, right, 14. My bad.
Yeah. Kickers matter.
I forgot.
How dare you make a mistake?
All right. So let's see. I like. It just feels like I really have to stop myself from picking the Cowboys here, because like obviously the Packers are the logical choice here, but it just feels like Micah's gonna go into this game head full of steam and end up like making a mistake because he's so like desperate to piss Jerry Jones off. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm gonna take the Packers because like I'm not stupid, but I don't know. Something about this game feels fishy to me. Viking old stadium was so bad it did not hold up to the snow. Well, it was also old. That was part of the problem. Green Bay, yeah. I think anybody who's realistic I think anybody who's realistic would say Green Bay there, John. That's why I can relate to the Bengals' tough luck, but many good NFL moments too. Well, that's very recent for the Bengals, Jim. We did not for the longest time. We did not. Yeah, I'm like we did, but it was all before I was born, so it didn't really matter. Kickers' lives matter. Okay. It's an extra point. It's easy to miss. I'm just saying. I'm not sure where Mikey went, but so we got the Jets and the Dolphins next. I don't think I was. I think I was talking earlier about the Panthers and the. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and mute Mikey because he is. Let's see. We got the Jets. Okay, I gotta unmute you. They got the Jets and the Dolphins. I do not understand why we're gonna be forced to watch this game as like a people, but I guess we're gonna have to. I don't know.
Give me Dolphins to win 16-15.
I really don't want to pick the Dolphins for anything right now, but it really feels like the game that, like, if they're going to win a game all year, this feels like the one. So I'll take the Dolphins, too. But if the Dolphins lose this game, I'm not picking them again all year. All right, so we got the Saints going to Buffalo to play the Bills.
Move on.
We have to talk about it, Mikey.
Bills win. Move on. What do you want from me, bro?
We have to talk about every game, Mikey.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
It's not in the law that says we have to talk about every game.
No, but yeah, I think technically this counts as talking about the game. So, I think honestly the Saints really have a chance in this one, it could happen that the Bills stadium blows up and then the Bills have to forfeit,
the only way the Saints can win this game?
If the Bills stadium blows up and the Bills have to forfeit.
Probably. I mean, who knows? I mean, this would be a game the Saints win. This would be one of those games. Because the Saints always play the good teams tough. I don't know why.
When was the last time a forfeit happened in the NFL?
I mean, the Saints, or the Broncos almost forfeited against the Saints a few years ago.
Almost, but they didn't. There's
I don't know why they didn't.
Never been an official forfeit in regular season or playoff game in modern NFL history. I wasn't asking about modern NFL history. I was asking about in all of history. There's got to at least have been one forfeit at some point, especially with some of those. There's never been how has there never been an NFL forfeit? Especially with some of those really unstable franchises back in the day. A 1921 game between the Rochester Jeffersons and Washington Senators is sometimes mislabeled as a forfeit, but is considered a cancellation in modern records due to early league's less formal rules. So I guess there has never been a forfeit. I mean, unless you want to count the Browns forfeiting the 2016 season, but
2017 season.
Oh, whatever. I'm sorry. I
can't stand you, Carl. Why do you keep making mistakes? How dare you not be a perfect human being? I should kick you off the show for just even doing that.
Yeah, so I guess there has never been a forfeit in NFL history. It's wild that there's rules for that and it's never happened.
Yeah.
Not the greatest comeback in NFL history anymore. Where's the Cowboys game? We did the Cowboys game. It was Packers. Where is it? It's in Dallas.
Yeah.
It's in Dallas. Was it you said the Reds wouldn't get the final wild card spot? Didn't they choke, Mark? I'm pretty sure they didn't get the final wild card spot, or they're not going to because they. So somebody came to the bank told me they choked, so I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Funny enough, some people will watch the Jets Dolphins game willingly. I know one person. I know one single human being who's a really big Dolphins fan. He'll probably watch it, although he might not be able to because he lives in Indiana, which is wild to me that he's a Dolphins fan. But
I mean, it's on Monday night, so
it is on. Yeah, that's true. It is on Monday night. So because it's Monday Night Football, people will watch at least the first quarter. You know, a lot of people might turn it off, but who cares about the damn Reds? They suck. I just don't care about baseball, Jim. Honestly. COVID. What? What? I don't.
you're talking about the Saints Broncos game.
Or well, maybe he's talking about the Saints Bills game because we were talking about.
No, Saints Broncos.
Okay, that's what you were talking about. Okay.
Because that's when the Broncos forfeited because of COVID.
Reds games are still being played. 3 left. Do we have a shot? Are we going to make the playoffs, Jeff? I don't know. I don't follow baseball. All right, so let's talk about the Bengals and Broncos then. What do you think's going to happen, Mikey?
I think a meteor.
You think a meteor is going to stop the game from happening?
Yes.
Okay, well, for the sake of the predictions, you have to pick one of the teams.
Broncos, 19-17.
You know, for once, I'm actually, maybe that's not a horrible prediction as far as, really low-scoring games because, the Bengals' offense didn't look very good with Jake Browning against the Vikings. They looked okay against the Jaguars, but I don't know. It remains to be seen what exactly we're going to get out of Jake Browning. But the Broncos' offense is pretty bad, so perhaps a 19-17 scoreline would happen. I'm gonna take the Bengals in this one, and it's really contingent on what if Jake Browning really just can't get it going, then obviously we're not gonna beat the Broncos. But I do think we match up well against the Broncos, right? Because the Broncos' defense is good, but we have weapons. And, I mean, we beat them last year, right? Now, that was with Joe Burrow, but that was also with their offense playing much better, too. And I think with our defense appears to be somewhat improved, didn't quite look that way against the Vikings. But then again, the how badly we lost wasn't really entirely the defense's fault either. So... I mean, I think we can win this game, and I would go as far as to say that I think we will win this game because the Broncos are kind of struggling right now, and I think the Bengals are under pressure to prove something right now because if they drop to 2-2, then I think a lot of people are going to be out at this point. If we get to 3-1, then it's a possibility that we could turn things around. We only got to get 5 wins until Joe Burrow theoretically comes back. In week 15 or whatever it was. Ideally, we could get more because if the Cardinals' defense is playing this way, then you could always see the Bengals dropping that one against the Cardinals. But you never know exactly what's going to happen. And I think that this one's going to be a very interesting game. And the fact that it's a Monday Night Football, I think it's going to be way more interesting than the other Monday Night Football game.
What's the meaning of life anymore?
Not football. I don't think it's ever really been football in the first place.
Football is all I got to look forward to. And now my team sucks. What am I supposed to do?
Do what I did for being a Bengals fan for many, many, many years, and and for a large stretch of that, I had very little going on, and was really kind of hoping the Bengals could kind of get it together to kind of give me something to look forward to, and they never did. So I started watching soccer.
I don't want to watch soccer.
I know. I'm not saying you should necessarily watch soccer, but just Don't, especially if you're a Bengals or a Saints fan, don't base your happiness on your football team.
Soccer is the Burger King of sports. Burger King's the fast food restaurant of, no, Burger King is soccer of restaurants. They're both mid and sometimes even depressing.
I like both Burger King and soccer, but I like soccer a lot more than I like Burger King. I will say that.
I hate both. All right, Chad Ryland coming out here to kick the ball.
Half a game back of the Mets. The Mets play the Cubs and the Marlins, and the Reds play the Brewers 3 times. None of that means. I don't know. Are the Brewers or are the Marlins any good? Or the Cubs? I have no idea. Is that good or bad?
It's gonna be returned past the 30-yard line.
Reds and Mets, and if Reds and Mets tie, the Reds get it in.
Red is the color of blood.
Well, that's not a bad analysis for how bad this team appears to be, but again, baseball. Who do you like? I know you don't really follow baseball, Mikey, but do you like have a team in baseball?
If I did, it would be the Astros.
All I know is they cheated. That's the only thing I know about them.
Oh yeah, another team I root for that everybody's gonna claim that they cheated.
Well, yeah, but it was a fumble, but the Seahawks fall back on top of it.
Seahawks fall back on it. Second down.
I think the Denver Broncos beat Kitty Goes Meow, unfortunately for Kyle. Fuck you, John. You don't have to say that. At least Mikey had LSU. Well, you got LSU, Mikey, and they're not very good right now, but like historically they've been pretty good.
Put some respect on their name.
Weren't you just concerned that they weren't going to win their next game?
I was, but that don't mean LSU not a good team.
Oh, I swear I thought you said, again, it's college football. I don't really follow a whole lot either, but I swear I thought you said something about LSU not being as good this year.
JSN, in fact, JSN gets, I think, the first down. This is actually LSU's best year since they won the championship.
That was 9. I think the spot's a little rough for the. I think the ref's giving them a bad spot there, but I still don't think it was a first down. I think it should be like inches.
Yeah, this is LSU's best season since they made the national championship last year, or not last year, but
last year
they won a year ago.
Yeah. The year I went to Las Vegas and watched them win the national championship, and they made me very happy, by the way. I was rooting hard for you guys in that one.
Fun fact, hold up, 3rd and 1, Darnold under center, and I'll say my fun fact here in a bit. JSN goes in motion, play fake, Darnold rolls out. He could run it, but he throws and it's caught for a first down. But yeah, fun fact, LSU got their first Week 1 victory since they won the national championship, and guess who it was against in Week 1?
Who's that?
Clemson. And guess who we played in the national championship that year?
Trevor Lawrence.
And Clemson. Yep.
Yeah, mostly Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, hey, T. Higgins was on that team.
Well, and AJ. Wait, T. Higgins wasn't on that team. T. Higgins was already playing for the Bengals.
No, T. Higgins got drafted the same year Burrow got drafted.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No. T. Higgins. Oh, wait, no, yeah, you're right.
I'm thinking the first pick in the second round.
You know who I'm thinking of, and don't make fun of me. I know you're going to. I was thinking of AJ Green.
What? I know Clemson's bad this year, which makes me happy.
Yeah. I was gonna say AJ Terrell because like I remember him being a big problem, for LSU in that game.
Well, Clemson had a solid team that year, but yeah, LSU's first Week 1 victory since they won the championship, which was against Clemson. That's just funny to me. Darnold throws, the pass is caught, and he goes out of bounds for like a 6-yard gain, maybe. 3rd down.
AJ Barner having an interesting game today. Watch baseball or hockey. Look, I don't think either me or Mikey like baseball. I don't know how Mikey feels about hockey. But
my mom is a big hockey person. I'll say that.
Is there even a hockey team in the vicinity of Louisiana?
We used to have a minor league team. that goes for hockey, I guess. I think.
Yeah.
Well, no. We did. That was baseball. But I know they're talking about trying to get a hockey team over here.
First down.
First down, Seattle.
Who is the closest hockey team? It like, is it the Dallas Stars?
Probably because Texas and Louisiana is right, like kind of right next to each other.
Yeah.
Let me just look it up.
Guessing probably the Dallas Stars.
That's why I would probably root for the Astros, to be honest, if I had to root for a baseball team. But I don't because I can't watch other games.
You're not gonna root for the Braves.
Hell no.
Sam Darnold goes down.
Exactly.
Getting bullied back there. Major League Baseball stupidly got rid of the 163rd game. Oh, how dare baseball get rid of the 163rd game? Now there's only 162 games. Man, that's just not enough baseball. I don't even know how baseball fans are dealing with it at this point to have lost the 163rd game. I don't get it.
Fun fact though, but what was I thinking of? Hold on. What were we talking about before you brought that up?
Hockey.
I
I think I mentioned something about the Braves.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. So fun fact, my friend, aka Jerry, who's a Saints fan, he is actually an Atlanta Braves fan though. So
apparently the Astros are on the outside looking in for the American League playoffs.
Let's see, the closest hockey team to Louisiana.
Are the Red Sox any good this year? I kind of like the Red Sox, and it's not because I care about baseball. It's just kind of like Boston.
Let's see. Yep, it is the Dallas Stars that are the closest.
Yeah, I would think the Dallas Stars. Yeah. Love to see finally Mariners in the World Series, likely versus Yankees. I mean, between those two teams, I'd definitely root for the Mariners. I have. I don't care that much about baseball, but I know I don't like the Yankees. I know that.
7-15. Yeah. 2nd-15 for Seattle. JSN in motion. I want to see Raccoon play football. It's a pitch to Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker got some decent blocking and gets like maybe 5 yards, maybe. Start down.
As a MAC alumni, who do you like more, Central Michigan or Eastern Michigan? What, like this season? Again, I don't really follow college football that much. Who do I dislike more? I guess I dislike Eastern Michigan more because CMU was always kind of annoying to us.
What does Baker Mayfield got to do with this game?
As far as who's playing, I don't know. OU does look pretty good this year, though. At least the couple of games I've watched, OU has looked pretty good.
3rd and 11. I don't care if this man's from Arizona or whatever. Let's see, Baker or not? Damn it! Sorry,
can't get him out of your head.
Not no more.
Baker Mayfield lives rent free in your head, Mikey.
Man, at least we beat Baker Mayfield before.
Well,
at least we're not like Jim's team where we get owned by one person.
Well, you don't even have to. You don't even have to go all the way to Jim for that one. Like, you want to talk about Baker Mayfield owning a franchise. Kind of owns the Bengals.
At least we can beat the best quarterback in our division. They couldn't beat Aaron Rodgers for years. Jason Myers.
No, they were up in. No, you're thinking of the Bears. The Vikings were competitive with Aaron Rodgers.
Did they win a Super Bowl when Rodgers on the Packers? No? Okay, just want to make sure.
They're not going to play Aaron Rodgers in the Super Bowl. Like, what do you...
They had a chance to go to the Super Bowl, but then the Saints beat them.
Okay. Is Nashville closer to Dallas? Is Nashville closer than Dallas to Mikey? No, because like Mikey's. Well, Texas is a big state. So I guess the question, like, I know Houston's close, but is Texas close? Is Dallas close to New Orleans geographically? Because Texas is a very large state.
I mean, I know Texas is like right next to Louisiana.
Yeah, but Houston is really like is on the eastern edge there. Dallas is, I think, more central.
Maybe.
It is 507 miles from Louisiana to Dallas, and I do think it's closer than Nashville though. So Yeah, 531 miles to Nashville. So it's it's closer than you'd think. I almost kind of wonder if like where do the Carolina Hurricanes play? Like, are they in North or South Carolina? They're probably in Charlotte, right? No, they're in Raleigh, but still North Carolina.
If I wasn't hockey, I would be a Tampa Bay Rays fan.
I would not be a Tampa Bay Rays fan for the same reason that I'm kind of iffy with the Buccaneers, and it's because one of my exes was from Tampa, and so she was real into all the Tampa teams, and I just associate the Tampa teams with her, and she is fairly annoying, so I find those teams annoying.
So toxic relationship is why you don't like it. Okay.
No, it wasn't toxic. It was more like we were 15 and we just had no idea how to be in a relationship because we were 15.
Whoa.
There's a lot more to it than that I don't really feel like getting into, but I made a lot of mistakes. She made a lot of mistakes, and then she went on and dated every single friend that I had, and just really, yeah, it was that was the weird part. She dated all of my friends. She actually ended up having a really serious relationship with the best man of my wedding. So that was weird as hell. I mean, I was rooting
marriage.
I was rooting for him. It's just like she ended up being a very significant part of my life for a very long time. I haven't seen her in a while now, but for a while she was just a very significant part of my life. Even though like we were broken up, but we had been broken up for years, so it wasn't like that awkward.
So Kyle, why you not fix the scoreboard yet?
I did.
No, it's not halftime.
Oh right, yeah, right. I fixed the score though.
Harrison's being locked up lately.
Yeah, he had a good start to the game, but I think the Seahawks adjusted.
Marvin Harrison, 5 targets, 1 reception, 8 yards, and targeted on both of Murray's interceptions.
I like the game 163 as a tiebreaker.
1st and 10. Cardinals have at their own 35. Murray under center. Kyler does this.
Probably trying to hear. I don't know.
Kyler is going to do a handoff to Benson. Trey Benson gets about a couple yards, and it is 2nd down.
Oh, you did beat West Virginia. That was a very fun game. The last game I watched. Fuck, I forget who they played in the last game I watched.
For the Cardinals. Cardinals have it. They're on 30. They're on 37. Murray's gonna go deep with
it. Yeah, that's gonna be.
Yeah, that's gonna be PI probably. Either that or holding.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be holding.
It's gonna be on Seattle.
Because that wasn't a particularly catchable ball, but it was partially because he got thrown off his route. So I think it's gonna be holding.
Yep, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
As Gardner Webb, I guess, which is the last game they played. So yeah, it is indeed going to be. They're calling pass interference, which I think it's actually should be holding because, like, that tug came really early for that to be pass interference. I mean, I guess. But I don't agree with that being pass interference. But it is a penalty. Like, obviously they should be flagged for it, but I don't know about pass interference. It's gonna be a handoff to Trey Benson, who doesn't really get a whole lot there. Nwosu is the one who gets to him, and I think they get about maybe a yard. And it's gonna be 2nd down and 9 after that. Yeah, last game I watched was OU playing Gardner Webb. And we mopped the floor with them. That was a fun one. It was close for the most part of that game, but we ended up like really kind of pulling away. It was good. Kyler Murray, man.
Like wait, what were we talking about?
I was talking about the last OU game I watched.
Flag on the play.
We did beat West Virginia, but we got beat pretty badly by Ohio State, which was unfortunate.
It's holding on Paris Johnson Jr.
Once again. We came close to Rutgers. That was a close game.
Someone in my family went to an LSU tailgate last weekend and got me this.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Yeah, he's whole. Like, yeah, he
Yeah.
is like he is Vikings choking him. That's how
Yeah.
bad he's choking.
See, there you go. That's funny. That's funny. You gotta be funny.
Yeah, second and 17. Kyler takes a snap. Kyler, he's gonna dump it off. Caught by Benson, and
But it doesn't really matter.
Almost takes out of it, but it's brought down. It's third down for the Cardinals.
3rd and 14. I'm gonna guess after all that.
Injury update. So Marcus Lawrence is out with a thigh injury. It's 3rd and 14.
That's my baseball team, the Rays. Well, there you go. There you go, Jeff. My baseball
14.
team's the Reds. I guess I don't care that much, but I do hope the Reds win. All right, 3rd and 14.
Well, Witherspoon might be blitzing here, and he is 3rd and 14. Kyler's going to scramble.
Where's he even going at that point?
And that is nowhere. It's out of bounds.
Now it's 4th and 14.
You
think there's any chance the Cardinals come back and win this game at this point, Mikey?
I think there's a better chance that I leave this house right now and move to Africa and become a tree than there is at the Cardinals winning.
Become a tree? Okay, I think there might be a slightly higher chance of the Cardinals winning this game than you becoming a tree. But okay.
No, I think I'll become a tree before the Cardinals win this game.
Up until you said tree, I was almost kind of on board with you. Like, you moving to Africa might be as likely as the Cardinals winning this game the way they're playing. But I think the tree part might be a little...
Bruh, I could probably become an igloo in Alaska than there is at the Cardinals winning this game. And the punt is nearly blocked by Blake. How dare you almost block my Blake Gillikin's punt? All right, it's fair caught. I miss you, Blake. I miss having a good punter.
That wasn't even a particularly good punt, though.
Shut your mouth. How about that?
It wasn't.
Blake Gillikin.
I mean, it wasn't. Okay, it wasn't a bad punt. It just wasn't the type of punt that makes me think, oh, wow, I wish that guy was on my team.
How about you shut your mouth?
Although we have a pretty good punter, to be fair.
You don't have Blake Gillikin.
Getting a lot of reps this year. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, especially when your offense, can't get 3 yards to save a life. And when you're fumbling the ball and 4 turnovers.
Yeah, against I don't know what the. Now I will say, because of all the turnovers, Ryan Rico didn't get as much work against the Vikings as he probably should have.
34-3 in the first half.
But I will say, what's crazy to me is if it wasn't for those turnovers, and obviously the turnovers happen. But the thing is, if it wasn't for those turnovers, that wasn't a terrible performance by the Bengals. The reason the score was as bad as it was is because of the turnovers. But if instead of those two defensive scores were about to be Bengals scores. And I said this on my stream, but that game would have been a lot closer, and the Bengals feasibly could have actually come away and won that game without too much issue. Not without too much issue. It would have been a very hard-fought, close game. But that's the thing that for me is keeping me from being just completely I'm ready to give up on everything that they're doing right now, because they other than the fumbles and the interceptions, which are bad and they got to fix, and you can't win games when you're doing that. This isn't an excuse. This is more of a reason for me to say that I think there's still something there. They just got to get their shit together. But that's why I still think I think maybe they can do all right against the Broncos. They got to basically be more they can't be giving the ball away. But if they can not give the ball away, if they can be safer with the football in general, I think they can pretty much beat beat anybody. Especially with the defense playing better this year. I don't know. It's I know it's really easy to be doom and gloom after that Vikings game, but there were a few things that I would take away and be hey, that game sucked, and we can't run from that, but we can build on this. Maybe that makes me. Maybe I'm a homer. I don't know.
My excuse.
What's that?
We suck.
See, but that's I guess what I'm saying is like I don't think it's as simple as we suck. Like I think we might suck if we don't stop turning the ball over. But
We turned the ball over one time, and yet we got 44 points dropped on our heads.
right, that's what I'm saying. That did not happen to us. Our defense was actually pretty decent in that game. You know, like if the offense wasn't giving the ball away constantly, there's a possibility we could have won that game.
Kyle, I have a question. What is this defense that you speak of?
I don't know because it's been a couple of years since I knew, but you know they like Al Golden's got him playing like a halfway respectable unit right now.
Well, where can I find some of that? Second 11 Darnold throws. It's quite like a couple. You might as well just spike that ball to the ground if you're Cooper Kupp.
Pretty much.
But like, where do I find this mythical defense that you speak of?
The Notre Dame coaching room, apparently.
Okay. I'll go over there tomorrow night.
I mean, I don't know.
And I'll see the defensive coordinator.
I don't know. Is Notre Dame's defense any good this year?
No.
Oh, okay, well then I guess the whole reason for it was Al Golden. So.
No. At least their defense ain't playing that good.
See what he's got.
Arnold, and they're coming for him, but he gets the throw off, and that's just great defense by Arizona.
Man, what a fall from grace for Cooper Kupp. Like, he looked so good with the Rams. Well, not just in the Super Bowl, but like in general with the Rams, he looked like he was a really good player, and he's just been nothing for the Seahawks. He's
still the reason why the Bengals don't have as many rings as the Saints do.
No, he's not. He's not the reason for that. The reason for that is Aaron Donald. Like 100%. Like
Aaron Donald caught the game-winning touchdown.
Cooper Kupp didn't catch the game-winning touchdown. There was no game-winning. No, there was no game-winning touchdown. There was a go-ahead touchdown, but there was not a game-winning touchdown, other than the fact that like the Rams won the game and that was the last touchdown that they scored. But even with Cooper Kupp catching that football, the Bengals had that game won until Aaron Donald sacked Joe Burrow on the last play. But like Jamar Chase had Jalen Ramsey beat. Jamar Chase was going to score a touchdown on that play. He was going to be gone. It was going to be the greatest ending to a Super Bowl of all time. And then Aaron Donald sacked Joe Burrow. But I'm just what I'm saying is it wasn't Cooper Kupp. You know, like the Rams' offense, frankly, wasn't very good in that game. Bengals had a solid defensive performance. And actually, on that note, Cooper Kupp wouldn't even have had a chance to score that touchdown if the refs weren't blind as fucking hell.
First of all, shut your mouth about the refs, because if I can't complain about refs, neither can you.
Okay, this is not in this particular instance. I could complain about those refs, but in this particular instance, that's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I am saying that Cooper Kupp is not the reason the Rams won that Super Bowl.
Well, Kyle, what Super Bowl would you have rather watched? Patriots Rams or Saints Rams?
Patriots Rams. Honestly. Well, okay. When you get back, I'll explain. I'm being serious, by the way. I'm not talking trash.
So this man done lost his marbles.
Well, okay. Listen. So I really genuinely, wanted to see Patriots Rams.
You know, lying is a sin, right?
No, because the Rams were really good that year. Yeah, they didn't end up looking like it in the Super Bowl, but the Rams were really good that year.
So you'd rather watch an unproven Jared Goff,
yes,
and an unproven Cooper Kupp, and a Todd Gurley, rather than a solidified Drew Brees, rather than
and one of the most annoying wide receivers in the NFL,
rather than Demario Davis, rather than Marshawn Lattimore,
and one of the most annoying wide receivers in the NFL.
So one guy makes up for the whole team?
I mean, Frank, I'm just saying, at the time, I thought the Rams were a very likable team, and I wanted to see Sean McVay, get in there, see what he had. But at the end of the day, it didn't really matter because I was rooting for the Patriots anyway.
The Saints Patriots Super Bowls would have fed families.
The Rams Patriots Super Bowl was good. Just because you don't like defensive games. Yes, it was. Just because you don't like defensive games.
It was everything but good. I'll give you that.
Do what?
It was everything but good.
I like defensive games. Okay.
That was not a defensive game.
It was. Yeah, it was. What are you talking about?
That was a miserable game.
You were just mad because of what happened to the Saints. I thought it was a perfectly enjoyable football game. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best Super Bowl. Wasn't the best Super Bowl of all time. But the Saints and Patriots would not have been the best Super Bowl of all time either.
But the Saints would have won that Super Bowl. That's the thing.
I don't know if that's true.
Bro, yes.
I don't know if that's true.
It
First of all, frankly, if Drew Brees can't stop himself from throwing an interception in overtime to go to the Super Bowl in the first place.
It doesn't matter what he did in overtime. He shouldn't have got to that point.
Well, okay, yes, because you blame the refs for that particular situation. That's fine. I'm just saying that still happened. And you have to take that into consideration. It doesn't matter to Drew Brees. Drew Brees didn't have anything to do with that play.
Drew Brees got hit when he threw
catch
the ball
by Marvin Harrison. Catch by Marvin Harrison down to the 30.
Drew Brees, look at the interception. He got hit when he threw the ball. What do you want him to do in that situation?
Not throw an interception in that particular place.
You get mad at Brees. But then if he throws an interception, you get mad at Brees. Like, you can't control when Michael Thomas was held that play. The only thing I forgot about that, it was not just that play in regulation that cost that game. Michael Thomas was held in overtime. And then, second of all, he got hit while he threw the ball. That's not on Brees. That's on the offensive line.
There were also several missed calls on the Saints that would have given the Rams a better shot too. But my whole point in all of this was that, like, you're speculating like the Saints Patriots would have been a great Super Bowl. Like, you don't know that. The Rams had an incredible offense that year, and the Patriots found a system that completely held them down in that Super Bowl. Like, I see no reason to think that they wouldn't have done the same thing to the Saints. Zero reason.
I know what you're trying to do. You're not going to get it from me. I know you're just rage baiting me right now.
No, I'm not. I'm not rage baiting you. I'm not Jim. I'm telling you my genuine opinions.
You're either drunk or you're rage baiting. It's one or the other.
No, I think you're biased.
I'm not, bro. I'm not the only one that's saying this.
I don't agree with those people either. Whether or not I have the majority opinion doesn't change my opinion.
Nah, bro, Kyle, look, I love you. But that is some bogus taste that you just gave me, bro.
I disagree.
I disagree with you more than I disagree with anybody on what you just said.
Can we both disagree with Kyler Murray? And literally anything he's doing in this game?
Guess that's something we could agree on, I guess.
Oh my God. And now that was not Kyler Murray's fault. Just like that one interception was not Kyler Murray's fault. I will give him credit. Now, at the same time, maybe the Cardinals wouldn't be in this position if Kyler Murray played better. But at the same time, I will be honest. Did you see that Seahawks fan?
Yeah.
The Cardinals, I'm assuming Cardinals fans are booing right now. And he's just like, yeah, let me hear it.
Yeah.
Love the attitude.
Yeah, Jeff, I might do that.
Oh, shit, I got to catch up with some of these comments. Mikey does live by an international airport. All right, so it's going to be a field goal, by the way, for the Cardinals.
17-6.
Where are the scores? All right. Mikey does live by an international airport, so getting to Africa might be more possible than the Cardinals winning. That's also a fair point, Jeff. 17-3, likely Cardinals lose. Yeah, I would say so, Jim. I agree. It's pretty obvious, but yeah. All of those homers by Judge and Yankees lose in ALDS would be fine with me, dude. I don't care. I just don't want the Yankees to win a World Series. You know, I'm tired. Like they're like the Cowboys of baseball. You know, like they're the Los Angeles Lakers of baseball. They're the Manchester United of baseball. You know, like they're just a boring team to have in there, and like every fair weather fan on the planet is a fan of them. They're annoying. And also in this particular situation, like half of the Yankees championships were all basically bought, probably all of them, because baseball just doesn't seem to have any interest in putting a salary cap out there.
Churn, and he's going. Gets across the third to the 33.
Helani on the return.
George
Helani. All right. On Monday, the Lions proved that the Ravens don't always beat themselves, as the Lions kicked the Ravens' ass. The score can't do it justice. Well, I think what they did prove is the Ravens are overrated as fuck. Because it seems like a lot of people are starting to come to that opinion now, and it doesn't seem like everybody on the planet's like, oh, the Ravens are like the clear Super Bowl favorites right now because Lamar Jackson is so amazing. You know, I think people are now starting to kind of see that the Ravens are one gigantic mirage.
The answer to your question, Richard, is yes.
That 2018-19 Patriots D was filthy. That's what I'm saying, man.
I don't give a crap. I don't care.
And that Rams offense was incredible as well. So
I don't care.
I do care. I do care. Now you're the one. Now you're the one who sounds like you're saying some crazy shit. So, you know, don't come at me saying that I'm saying some crazy shit when it's all based on logic and analysis.
I'm not the Patriots defense is good, but you really think Drew Brees would? Bro, the Saints have not got blown out. The Saints only got blown out twice in the Sean Payne era. So you think they're going to get blown out in the Super Bowl or not score in the Super Bowl?
What?
The Saints got blown out in the Sean Payne era twice. So you think that they can't score more than 3 points against anybody in the Super Bowl?
I didn't say that. I said I didn't think they were going to win.
Okay, if the Patriots scored 13 points against the Saints, are the Saints not scoring more than that?
With that Patriots defense, I think that's quite possible. You're talking about getting blown out
in the Sean Payne era.
13-3 is not a blowout.
But you know what? Okay.
All right, Sam Darnold rolls back. He's gonna throw, and that's caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba. They're rolling. They're rolling. Breeze would have still lost that playoff game, and even then, Breeze wouldn't have gotten whooped by the Patriots defense. Still would have lost that playoff game, and if you lost the playoff game, then you aren't going to play the. I'm confused. I don't understand that comment, Richard.
Personson. Don't understand.
All right.
It's a snap.
Handoff Kenneth Walker. Boy. Getting him the run blocking on that one, man. The Lions will be the Lions come playoff time like always. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I really like Dan Campbell as a coach. That's my whole thing with the Lions. Like I know the Lions haven't been doing great in the playoffs, but I really like Dan Campbell as a coach, and I do think he gets him over the hump eventually. We'll try to enjoy the Vikings season, but I know the choking's to maybe playoffs at most. See, he's talking about his own team, Mikey. Mikey should do a video on every reason why the Saints should have 3 rings. Why don't you do that video then, Mikey? Let's see. Lions Super Bowl last year. What happened? Redskins made the Lions choke again, Jeff. I'm confused. I don't understand that one. Let's see. 3 Lions YouTubers are laughed at so much for Super Bowl shirts. Lions choke. Is the New Orleans Airport International one? I believe so, Richard. Isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I thought so. Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport. Yeah, I thought so. It'd be weird if it was. And New Orleans is a major, like, hub. Like, one of the biggest ones in the entire South. So I'd be shocked if it wasn't. Yeah. I agree. I like the name of that. Louis Armstrong International. A good name for... got some flavor to it. We just got CVG. Which actually I don't even know what the V stands for. Cincinnati... I don't know what the G stands for. Shit, what does CVG stand for? CVG stand for... Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport. Oh, Covington. Okay. CVG stands for Covington. That's... okay. Fine. Even though it's in Hebrew. But whatever. Okay. The Saints have been blown out by New England back in 2017, but I would say the 2019 offense and defense and even defense is better. Yeah, but again, my whole thing is the Rams' offense was really good, so that there's no reason to think that wouldn't. And I'm not saying it would happen. I'm not saying it absolutely would. I'm saying it absolutely could have happened that way.
I'm not even going to talk about it because my opinion means nothing to this conversation. So.
All right, Mikey. If this, are you really?
Right. It's like,
come on.
It's man. Like every time I say something, you have something else to say. Bro.
Because it's a debate. Like if you can't handle the talk, then what's the point?
Do you not realize I'm freaking trolling you right now?
You've been awful quiet for a troll for half of this podcast.
That's because I was looking up something, bro. So I was zoning out because I was doing something, bro.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about this live, though, so. 3rd and 4.
On a serious note, though.
3rd and 4.
I think, I was kind of being ridiculous when I said that, but still, bro. It's like,
Yeah, we can talk about this later. It's not necessary right now.
There are no... Bro, what in the world? He rolls out, and there's a flag on the play. Out of bounds.
Yeah, I think he's doing that because he saw that there was something going on with the Cardinals. Though I'm guessing probably illegal contact based off of the way that he was reacting to that. The CVG airport is not in Covington. That's east of the airport. Yeah, it's in Hebron. That's why I'm saying it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what Thompson's doing.
They're calling it holding. Yeah, what's up?
Do you want my actual unbiased take though?
On the Saints Patriots? Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I still think the Patriots probably win, but I don't think it's gonna be like a 13-3 score though. But I think it's gonna. But that's just me though.
So you think it's a higher scoring game?
Yeah, I was just I wasn't pissed off at you. I was just pissed off thinking about what could have happened. That's why I was pissed off. I wasn't pissed off at you or nothing. Baby.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. Let's just do the game. We can talk about whatever we need to talk about. Like I said, we can talk about this after the game.
What in the world are you doing?
I don't know, man. Kenneth Walker had that and he just dropped it. I'm telling you, man. Akeem Davis-Gaither. I don't know why we let that guy walk out the building. Especially if we know we're getting rid of Jermaine Pratt. That's all I'm saying. He's a good player.
That was a good pass too.
Yeah, it was a good pass. Akeem Davis-Gaither's in coverage there. He's probably making Kenneth Walker think twice about that ball. I don't know, man.
Yeah, second.
This is just a tank division game. Well, I mean the Seahawks are maybe relevant, but it seems kind of like a pointless game. Not a pointless game, but
the Rose wide open coverage. They might. Okay, I wasn't say they're probably mark him short, but then he got the first down anyway. So
who is the other team other than the Saints that the Cardinals beat?
Panthers.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say I can't believe that, especially what we're watching, that this Cardinals team is 2-1. How on earth did they get to 2-1? But okay, they played the Saints in the Panthers. That makes more sense, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say 27-24, probably a field goal deciding game, which was a lot of Super Bowl wins. Well, you know what? If that's the way that things went, I will say it is true that the majority opinion is Kenneth Walker gets like 3 yards there. But the majority opinion is definitely on your side, Mikey. The majority opinion is definitely that a Saints Patriots Super Bowl would have been way more interesting than the Patriots Rams Super Bowl. I'm just saying it's my personal opinion that I found that 2018 game quite entertaining. But I'm a weird football nerd who likes defensive games. I thought that was a fun game. But that was me personally.
I'm cool with defensive games, but if it's the Super Bowl, I'm sorry, I want to see some fire.
Oh, and you want to, and this one actually will be in your favor, but you want me to give you another reason why I wanted the. Hold on, Kenneth Walker, he's got room, and he doesn't break it, but that's a good run.
Oh, what were you saying?
Well, so one thing that will be in the Saints' favor on this one, the part of the reason I wanted the Rams in that Super Bowl and not the Saints is because, frankly, I did think the Saints were the better team, and I wanted the Patriots to win the Super Bowl that year. So I was like, okay, cool, the Saints are going in, or the Rams are going in, and I think the Saints would give them more trouble. So I'm glad to see that the Rams are going in there. It should be an easy win for the Patriots, and it wasn't. It kind of was, but
touchdown. What is Arizona? Did you see that player? Did you see him? There's a flag though, but did you see him? That man went skydiving.
Well, he got his ankles broken is what happened.
Oh, they're gonna call holding on Seattle. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna call on JSN.
But I will say that Cardinals player did not know it was holding, so
yeah,
that was a bad play nonetheless. Got bailed out.
There's a lot of things bad in football, but one of the things that I hate if I'm a fan is when your team scores a touchdown and it gets negated by a penalty. That is one of the worst feelings of all time. Jalen Thompson, bro. Why are you tasting grass?
Maybe he tried to. It's possible he tried to pivot and slipped. I guess that's
become a tree because he's playing like a tree right now.
That's fair. Are we really getting a replay of? Are we really getting a replay of the ref calling the? Did you see that we got a replay of the ref calling the penalty and then JSN being upset and the ref giving him a side eye, and that was the whole replay. Like that was what?
I think Jalen Thompson literally got his ankles broken because now he's limping.
Is it really dry by me? When's the last time it rained here? Dude, Jeff, it's been forever since it rained here, man. I want to say at least like 4 hours. No, it's not dry here. It rained like fuck earlier. Like when I was at work, it was pouring like crazy. Yeah. It has been like dry. There has been a lot of dryness in general. But like I'd say before earlier today, it was really dry for a while, but since you were asking right now, no, the last time it rained here was about 4 hours ago.
Our first and goal, hands off the Walker, gets about 6, 7 yards.
Yeah, down to about the 8-yard line. Our Rams Pats.
I woke up to it raining.
Do what?
I woke up to it raining.
Well, don't you live like underwater or something?
Literally or figurative?
Well, I mean, you live like right on the bay, so I mean, I don't know. I don't know exactly where in Louisiana you live or where in New Orleans you live. I just know New Orleans is a big port town.
I live 7 minutes out of New Orleans.
North or south?
I think probably southish.
Okay, so you're in the direction of the bay then.
Yeah, I mean, I live by canal, so yeah, we got a lot of water over here.
I live by a river, sort of.
God.
There's a bunch of trees.
Bro, I don't get lots of trees over here.
Well, there are lots of trees in Ohio. Ohio is a very tree-filled place.
There's a lot of trees here too, but I don't live by like any nearby trees. I'll say that. Like I got like maybe a couple trees that are hanging over the fence. from the other guy. Second goal handle. Bro, what is Kenneth Walker probably has the worst ball carrier vision I've ever seen in my life.
Well, not just ball carrier vision, but like the amount of effort he's going through for some of these like 0, -1, -2 yard runs. And it's like he's over here like spinning and like putting on these crazy ass dance moves, all to get tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
But did you see, bro? This man literally did a whole 360.
That's what I'm saying. It did just rain. That's true. The Falcons game, we were down 25. I know that's part of why I loved that Patriots Falcons game, dude. And I know Mikey did too, by the way.
Yeah, but man, I wish I watched that game live.
I got free Chipotle, free like buffet style Chipotle, and I called that Tom Brady was going to come back and win that game before the comeback really started. It's like they had kind of started playing a little bit better, but like oh wait, no, I think it was after the last Atlanta touchdown. I think I called them like the Patriots are going to come back and win this game, or no, it was after the last score. I forget if that was a touchdown or a field goal, but I was like, I think the Patriots are going to come back and win this. It's got that feeling of a typical Tom Brady type of game.
Kick is good.
I got called crazy. Which would be exactly. If anybody thinks that the Cardinals are going to win this game at this point, they would also be called crazy, but more appropriately so, because Kyler Murray is not Tom Brady. They're very good.
It's weird, though, because like Seattle realistically still has a chance if they get a touchdown, because the touchdown is a 7-point game. But the thing is, I don't think they're going to score a touchdown because Kyler Murray's a quarterback.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, 20-6 feels insurmountable because that requires, like the Cardinals would have to get 2 touchdowns and stop the Seahawks, right? So, like, stopping the Seahawks is maybe something that you could maybe see happening. But the idea of the Cardinals getting 2 touchdowns when they haven't gotten a single one all game to this point, that seems crazy.
That's not only crazy, but insurmountable at this point.
That's exactly right, yeah. To be fair, there hasn't been a bad Super Bowl with New England, aside from the Rams-Patriots game. Which one? There was 2 Rams-Patriots games.
He's definitely talking about the second one, but like, it's not like the second game was bad or anything, but it's like it's the Super Bowl, man. I'm trying to see some fireworks.
This is an unpopular opinion of mine, but I am consistent with it. I like defensive football games. In fact, the main reason I'm less interested in this game isn't because Kyler Murray's bad. It's because it's just really, frankly, not that close. Like, the Seahawks are just kind of like, quietly dominating this game. Very quietly, but they're quietly dominating this game.
Yeah,
both Eagles game, Falcons, Seattle, and the Rams 0-1, and the Panthers game in 0-4 was all really entertaining. The Seahawks game was really interesting. That one I didn't like as much because, again, I was rooting for the Patriots in that one, and I thought they for sure were going to lose. And when they didn't, I was like, what the hell? What are you doing, Russell Wilson? Or frankly, whoever was the what do you call it? Whoever was the offensive coordinator, yeah. Whoever was the offensive coordinator in Seattle at the time, what the hell are you doing?
Did you hear Marshawn Lynch talk about that play?
At the time, I don't remember what he said, but at the time, yeah.
He said, hold up.
What a terrible kick that was.
Okay, you get to pass 25.
It works, but it was a terrible kick.
I heard Marshawn Lynch, apparently he went up to Pete Carroll's face and laughed at him after they threw that interception.
I don't, man, like, especially knowing what we know now about Russell Wilson and the fact that, like, Seahawks fans had been saying that for years about him, where, like, he looks really good because of, like, certain things, but, like, if you actually watch the games, Russell Wilson isn't as good as he looks.
Kyler,
that was
snap, pump fake throws, and it is weird looking catch, but it's caught by Harrison.
caught for like 2 or 3 yards, and it doesn't help you at all.
Dang, Kyler has an 8-21 record against NFC West opponents.
Yeah, that. Good lord, the fact that more people don't talk about that nationally, they want to talk about like Zach Taylor's fucking record. But then more, I do not understand why more people don't talk.
Kyler, first down. That's a pretty good run by Kyler.
I do not understand why like Zach Taylor gets so much fucking hate in the NFL. But nobody talks about Kyler Murray, and like it took people forever to start talking about Cliff Kingsbury, and then by the time they did, he was about fired in Arizona anyway.
I mean, I think there's some people that talk about Kyler being like a bust, but I get what you're saying. Though.
Not very many.
Yeah, not very many, but there's some people that, and Kyler just slides after a 1 yard.
Exactly, like what the I don't understand what. But like it's like all the people who were talking about how amazing Kyler Murray's going to be in the NFL and how the Cardinals are such a dark horse, dangerous team a couple years ago when Cliff Kingsbury was their head coach. And like all those people have just gone super quiet. The only person who I even heard acknowledge it was Zach Schaumler. And he was like, I called that one wrong in the Cardinals. But like nobody like talked about it after the fact. But like everybody was talking about how the Cardinals are going to be like the next great team in the NFL. And nobody seems to want to talk about the fact that they haven't been anywhere close to that.
Hands it off, and that maybe gets that's probably back to the line of scrimmage. Third down.
Yeah, I don't think he even got a yard on that.
I don't even know if that's true. Is that Trey Benson? Is Benson? Yeah,
that was Benson. Yeah. As much as people hate New England, we've provided some entertaining Super Bowl wins. That's true. That's true. And people hate New England because of the cheating, and people hate New England because of there was like an arrogance. The same reason people hate the Chiefs now. The only reason I liked the Patriots, by contrast, is because I've always kind of liked Boston as a city, and because they really like the Patriots just like really got under the Steelers fan skin, and that was really funny. And cause my Bengals couldn't fucking do it, my Bengals just pissed me off constantly, so I let the Patriots make the Steelers mad for me.
And off of the middle, gets a few yards there, second down.
And the funniest thing ever was when, and by the way, this is going back to Mikey constantly bringing up Super Bowl rings in the past that happened forever ago. But Steelers fans used to do that shit all the time. Like, we got 6 rings, or eventually we got, Is
that not PR? I'm about to say that.
Yeah,
that's clear.
Yeah, easily.
Pretty cool. I don't know why you shaking your head, bro. You never looked for the ball. You were mugging him the whole route. Yeah, that's
like what are you upset about?
Like, are you upset stop doing that? Like,
but yeah, for years, Steelers fans were like, what do you know? We got 5 rings, and eventually it was we got 6 rings, and it's like that's great, but like that doesn't have anything to do with you this season, and. It like part of the reason that I hate Steelers fans so much or the Steelers as much as I do, is because obviously we couldn't beat them for the longest time, but also because of the fucking arrogance of Steelers fans. It just never goddamn went away. It's kind of subsided recently, but that's because the Steelers have kind of become an NFL laughingstock recently, which is so amazing to me, by the way. But it's that same concept though. Like when a fan base starts getting arrogant, and when a football team starts getting arrogant, and it just seems like they are constantly getting away with everything, people are gonna start hating them. Again, I was a very special case for why I didn't hate New England, just because they served my purposes, but that was unique to me.
Yeah. Wait, hold up. 2nd and goal. Kyler. Let's see. They're at the 16 now. So. Kyler drops back. Kyler throws it to the end zone.
Got him, and he caught it. He got it.
Touchdown, Marvin Harrison.
What a catch by Marvin Harrison, dude. He got that one hard.
Yeah, all right. And hey, this is what I was saying. Just like that, it's a 1-score game now. If your defense can get a stop, and Kyler Murray can be good, who knows? Okay, come on. That's the only good drive they've had all game. I didn't say I predict him to be good, but I said if he can be
No,
good the last drive.
I know you're not saying they're going to. I'm just saying, like, the realistic possibility that they're going to come back and win this game is.
I mean, it's only one
You know
short
what?
game. Anything
You
can
know
happen.
what? I will say, if that and he almost shanked that. He didn't, but he almost shanked that. But I will say one thing, Mikey. If the Cardinals did come back and win this game, that would be hilarious. I would, like, I'm not really technically I mean, I guess I'm technically rooting for the Seahawks because I always feel like I gotta pick one team. But I'm not. I don't really care that much. But if the Cardinals did come back and win this game, that would be an all-time hilarious type of fucking collapse by the Seahawks. The scoreboard does say third quarter. You're right.
It's like the thing with Seattle. It's like, where was this version of them last week?
They've had a solid game today. Not great, but they've had a solid game.
40 points today.
Okay, I get it, but this is kind of what I was saying after the Bengals loss. Like, losing by 38 points and losing by 1 point is kind of the same thing.
Not for a moral standpoint.
Well, I guess when you're not really thinking that your team has the chance to make the playoffs, then I guess that's fair enough.
It's like, you see, even though I predicted the Saints to do good, that was mostly false hope. Like, my motive there was, hey, maybe I could talk it into existence. But in the back of my mind, I kind of knew if we were going to be trash, can we at least be fun trash? Well, don't get me wrong, the first two games, we were fun trash, keeping it close with them teams. But then you go ahead and get blown out by 31 points at I was going to say at the link, but it's not called the link no more. But, it's like, bro, why? Like, why? And now we're about to play the Bills. I still have not gotten over that week 1 loss. So what makes you think I'm going to get over that 31-point beat down?
I mean, yeah, it sucks when that happens. I'm just, at a point that a loss happens. I will say, it is a little different when your team isn't really going to do much anyway. So you just don't want to see them get completely embarrassed. But I guess I don't know. For me, with that Vikings loss, it's like losing that Vikings game at all is equally bad. And again, part of it is like, what is this kicker doing? That's the second time he's kicked it like that.
That's why the Patriots cut him.
I guess. But from my perspective right now, it's like, especially because the reason we lost, or at least the reason for the score line. I'm not saying it's the reason we lost, but the reason for the score line is because of those turnovers. If it hadn't been for the turnovers, that would have been a much closer game. I'm not saying we would have won. I'm saying it would have been a much closer game. And so because of that, I could really give a shit if we lost by 38 points or not. If we lost by 1, that goes against what we need right now, because right now what we need is 5 wins until Joe Burrow comes back, and the Vikings was a winnable game, and we lost that opportunity.
Sam Darnold throws. Bro, you had that. You had the interception.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what Sam Darnold's doing, because that wasn't even a particularly hard throw to make.
But it's like, bro, if he intercepts that, then the Cardinals basically get full momentum.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're talking about potentially overtime at this point. Actually, frankly, if that's a pick 6, which I'm not sure it would be, but if that's a pick 6, you're maybe even talking about that crazy scenario we were talking about happening where the Cardinals end up winning.
Third down.
Don't match me with a sorry ass receiver like Crabtree. That was funny. Yeah.
That's probably the best shot fucking moment of all time.
I miss peak Richard Sherman. I really do. Now Richard Sherman's just kind of obnoxious, but peak Richard Sherman was great.
I miss peak football, because now if you try to freaking point at a guy, you get called for a penalty.
Yeah, the taunting rules have really kind of made football annoying as hell.
Like, I understand there's some taunting where it's like you want to cut it down, but not when they're just like doing the bare minimum.
But find them.
Jay has said
Nice catch.
That might end that game, to be honest.
I don't think that ends the game at all. But
Well, I'm not saying it does end the game, but like, bro, if Seattle even gets a field goal in this drive, it's gonna be bad for Arizona.
Oh yeah, for sure. But all this does is extend the drive, though.
Ooh, look at that double move.
Yeah, he cooked him, dude.
That was the prettiest double move I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, and that's why he was, highly touted coming out of OSU.
Yeah, because I remember Tom Grossi got pissed when the Packers didn't take him, and then he got double pissed when Seattle took him.
Right. Always fun. It's kind of like when the Lions took Brian Branch.
I secretly thought the Saints were going to take him because he went to Ohio State, and back then the Saints took every single Ohio State player imaginable. So I thought the Saints were going to take him.
That's why the Saints are bad. Okay, I get it now.
What did I do?
You didn't do anything. You didn't pick the Ohio State players. Ohio State players tend, not always, sometimes they end up, like Jackson Smith and Jigba and Marvin Harrison are looking pretty good in this game. But and there's been other guys, like obviously Chris Olave has been good here and there.
Calais Campbell.
Let's see. Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's pretty good.
All right.
But like with the number of players Ohio State sent to the NFL, there are an awful lot of players who end up not being very good or being good very briefly.
Someone gets yards out of that, but if he did, but bro, what is this man has? This man has the same amount of coordination as a baby doll.
Was such a good trash talker. Sherman was so funny, especially the "you mad bro" he did back in 2016 when they beat us in week 10. I don't remember that one specifically, Richard, but that it was very funny, and I miss the attitude of the NFL from back in the day. Like that's part of what pisses me off about the taunting rules, man.
2nd and 9, Darnold on the Santa. Arizona's 37, hands it off. Kenneth Walker. Bro, Kenneth Walker is so trash, my God. Like, bro.
Yeah, he's
offensive line blocking that great, but it's like, bro.
He's not trash. He's a pretty okay running back, but today he looks like garbage.
Like, and I used to think highly of him, but like last season, like his production started decreasing a little bit. And like last week against my Saints, it's weird because even though he scored 2 touchdowns, those were goal line touchdowns, by the way, and they scored 44 points, he really didn't do much. And it's like here in this game, bro, this man's running backwards. It's like, bro, the goal in football is to go forward. If you want to go backwards so bad, then you got to be on defense. 3rd and 9. Because defense is always running backwards unless you're at the defensive line. 3rd and 9. Seattle has it around the 37.
They're in makeable field goal range now.
Well, 4th down now, but now here comes the game.
That's the 35. I mean, any NFL kicker could make this. Now, it's not a gimme, but this is definitely makeable range. Like, easily makeable range.
Get my chat saying now the bot is your number 1 viewer. Yeah.
What?
4th and 7. This kick basically determines the game. If he misses, Cardinals have a chance. If he makes it, unless Arizona does some buffoonery, the game's probably over. It's a 53-yard kick. It's not a gimme, but it's Jason Myers, and I think Myers could probably hit this in his sleep.
Any NFL kicker could make this. Whether they will or not is the question, but, it's a makeable.
He missed.
He shanked it. Oh, no.
Bro, if the Cardinals actually come back and win this game, bro.
Damn. Hey,
shanked it to the left.
So I'm gonna hand off the show to you very briefly. I'm gonna go. I don't know. P for the D, I guess. I don't care. I don't care that much, but just
that was not a bad snap either. He just shanked it, and you don't see that from Myers too often.
Yep.
But anyways, all right. Well, now I'm your full host until Kyle gets back from doing whatever he's doing. Anyways, all right. Let's see the comments. Where were we at? Or what comments do I really feel like talking about? Let's see. All right, we're talking about the Pagers. Intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler. Yeah, that was a cool one. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, all right. So we're talking about this. Sorry, week 10. So they beat you week 8 in 2016. Or no, so they beat you in week 10 in 2016. 10. Okay. Yeah. So far, okay. Well, I thought it went to commercial break. All right, 2nd and 4 for the Arizona Cardinals now. After that run, I saw it was a run. I think. I don't know. It's 2nd and 4 for the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals have it at their own 49. My bad. Kyler takes a snap. Murray throws, and did he catch that? No, they're saying incomplete. Michael Wilson did catch that, but he was out of bounds. So it's gonna be 3rd and 4. Let's see this. That was a great catch if he's in bounds. Let's see. 1. It depends. Does his shin ever come down? I mean, it depends on if you're considering the knee as like the other foot. But the Cardinals aren't even going to bother challenge, and I think that's the right call. You don't want to waste your time out here over something that's not a guaranteed win. 3rd and 4, Kyler throws over the middle, knocked down by Devon Witherspoon. And if you're Arizona, what do you do? Do you go for it, or do you? It looks like their offense is staying out there with 3:01 remaining. See. All right, they're going for it from their own 49. If they don't get it, the game's most likely done. They're going to call a timeout, I think, which I was just saying how you don't want to waste time out, but then they go ahead and – oh, no, the Seahawks call a timeout. Okay. Go defense. I mean, yeah, defense just needs one more stop to win. And then if they do, then they give it to the Cardinals defense to try to stop them too. So, yeah. 4th and 4. Okay. There's 3:01 remaining. I got it backward. Game changer. Yeah, if JSN does not get called for that holding penalty, Seahawks have probably already won this game. Because instead of 20-13, it'll be 24-13 right now. So then you'd have forced the Cardinals to get 2 touchdowns and probably a 2-point conversion because if they go for 2, it would be a 3-point game. So basically, you would have to force Arizona to get a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal just to tie you. But then you would force them to get 2 touchdowns to beat you if the holding call is not called. So, all right, 4th and 4. Game comes down to this. From their own side of the ball, Michael Wilson in motion. Murray takes a snap. Murray throws. Michael Wilson one-hands it for the first down. That was risky, but he makes the grab. That was risky, but Michael Wilson pulls it down for the first down, and the Cardinals drive stays alive.
What did I miss?
The Cardinals just converted a 4th down. 1st and 10, hands it off to Benson. Trey Benson's got room, got blocking, and gets about 8 yards on the play. 2nd down.
They're on a mission.
Bro, the Cardinals actually. So I guess it is more likely if they come back and not become a true.
Well, they have to get a touchdown. Like, you know, I'm not saying that they can't do it, but they have to get a touchdown. Like, there's no.
Tyler, he scrambles, he spins into a sack.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's probably the case with 2-minute warning, 7-point game.
Jeff says go defense. Well, I tried to pee for the D. Although I also didn't have my heart in it, so maybe that was the problem. It's going to be 3rd and 9 when we get back.
I don't know, though. I know we like to make a joke out of it, but peeing for the D actually works.
It works an odd number of times, but it has definitely not worked for me many times before.
I think it probably worked for me more times than it did. Is that considered copyright?
No,
No.
because he hasn't copyrighted it.
Well, I remember because it was a Steelers Packers game, and Tom Gross and Urinary Tree were screaming, and Tree went to go pee for the D, and Tom was like, "I'm going to copyright you."
But he hasn't put a copyright on it.
But then Urinary Tree was like, "P is literally in my name," and then Tom was like, "It's urinating, and you know it."
I don't remember that. I'm guessing it was during a Packers-Steelers game.
I mean, it was. The Steelers won that game too.
There's only been a handful of those, so I feel like I watched that. I just don't remember that particular quote.
Yeah, that was a crazy game though.
Who won?
Steelers.
That's dumb.
Well, they got an interception at like the last second, so that it was like I think that was the year that the Packers started off terrible and still made the playoffs. That was in 2023. Is it just me, or do football ads get less creative as they go on?
Ads?
Yes.
Ads have never been particularly creative. They're always stupid. But that's it's not just football ads. It's all ads. They're always trying to, capitalize on some trend, and they're always obvious about it.
Oh, so next week we got 49ers Rams.
That should be a good game.
Maybe.
Although, to be fair, this has been a pretty good game. Now, it's also been a pretty bad game in a lot of respects. But right now, it's really interesting.
Arizona got 2 timeouts to use if they need it. 39 from about the Seattle 45, 2 minutes left. Kyler, quick throw, punt. He's got lots of room. Greg Dortch burst out across the 30. Okay, they got time. They don't gotta go like full hurry up yet. Obviously, you want to get quick snaps off and stuff, but you don't gotta go like full hurry up yet.
And you don't really gotta get snaps off. You want to drain the clock right now because, you're not getting the ball back if you don't finish, if you don't get a touchdown on this drive anyway. So you might as well just try to run the whole clock out if you can.
Yeah. But I was telling them that JSN holding call changed this game entirely. 1st and 10. Mm-hmm. Murray faces pressure, throws, is caught by Harrison on the right side of the field. Nobody guarding him. Gets pushed out of bounds, and it's going to be 2nd down with 1:21 on the game clock.
With 2 timeouts left, I would go down inbounds, frankly.
Yeah.
Because you never know when Sam Darnold might turn into Patrick Mahomes.
Wouldn't that be a good thing for Cardinals fans at this point?
Why would that be a good thing?
Because of how Mahomes has played lately.
Not in clutch situations though. Like he hasn't had, he hasn't gotten into a lot of clutch situations. But you saw, how he played against the Giants at the end of that game.
It's the Giants.
I know, but they do have a good defensive line.
Throw. Ooh, that was
closer to being picked than caught, but Trey McBride's trying to argue for PI, but that wasn't even catchable. So no Trey McBride, you don't get that PI.
Yeah, McBride was trying to say that was PI. Let's see. No, I mean maybe, but
no. First of all, he's going for the ball. Second of all, that wasn't catchable. So no.
Yeah.
Third of all, he didn't grab him with his hands or anything. He just, they kind of ran into each other. But he was going for the ball.
But he touched him, man. He touchy.
Yeah, but he doesn't play for the Chiefs, so he's not going to get the call.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, to be honest and to be fair, the refs have been calling a lot of penalties on the Chiefs lately. To be fair. As the Cardinals called the 2nd timeout. Yeah, I was watching that Giants game and I was laughing because I was like, "Hey, Chiefs fans, how does it feel?" And Chiefs fans are like, well, you see what happens when we don't get all the calls? We still win. Even though they know damn well that they would have probably lost to any other team other than the Giants.
So what happened in the Super Bowl then?
Which one?
The most recent one, when they didn't get all the calls and got their asses whooped.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, dang. Like, Kyler throws it up.
Terrible throw. But it's caught. Okay. That was
he lands in bounds. The clock's going to run. Harrison that's the second incredible grab he's made like the last few minutes.
Yeah, that was an awful throw, and the fact that Harrison got that is incredible.
First and goal. We might have a little overtime action depending on what happens here. So if you plan to go to bed tonight, you better postpone them plans. First and goal.
Dang, and I was hoping to go to bed too.
Too bad. Kyler's going to hand it off, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing upon him. And there's 33 seconds, and someone calls a timeout. Because the clock stopped unless they threw a late flag, which I don't see one. So it's most likely Seattle. Yep, Seahawks. Seahawks use their second timeout because they're trying to preserve time if they do score, or they're trying to set up their defense, one or the other. 33 seconds left, second and goal.
Yeah, the fact that the Seahawks haven't already been trying to preserve clock to this point is a little weird to me.
Well, they only had 2 timeouts, so they really couldn't.
Yeah, but they could have at least tried to, like, usher people out of bounds a little bit more than they have.
Yeah. I mean, they did on the Harrison reception, like, on the 5-yard game. But, yeah, that's what, but to be fair, Harrison was already going to go out of bounds, so. Second and goal, 30. I didn't tell you to go off while you go off. Second and goal. Cardinals have it around the 7-yard line of Seattle. Kyler, let's see if he can be clutch here. Takes a snap, dumps it off, caught by, and that is a walk-in touchdown.
Wow.
Just like that.
But
if it's Amari Deemer College, just like that, we are an extra point away from tying this game unless they want to get freaky. We didn't go for 2, which I doubt.
The Seahawks are going to have about a little over 20 seconds left when they get the ball back. They will have one timeout.
I mean, you might go for, like, some chunk yards. I think if I'm the Seahawks, I might go for, like, 2 chunk plays, and if nothing happens, then just go to overtime.
You might be able to get some JSN magic.
Let's see. Hey, kicks been getting blocked all week, so, hey, let's see if this is any different. Kick is up.
That one's good.
It's good. 20-20. 28. This reminds me of the Seahawks-Cardinals game a few years ago, where the Seahawks had a 10-point lead over Arizona with, like, 5 minutes left, and then Arizona came back.
You know what's crazy? This reminds me of the Seahawks-Cardinals game, too.
The one I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's the one we're watching.
No, but is this game reminding you of the game I just described?
No, I don't know. I don't remember what you're talking about. I'm saying this game reminds me of this game.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you remember, but Seattle, it was the chase down game with DK Metcalf when he chased down Buda Baker. But in that game, Seattle was up by 10 points with like 3 minutes left. And then the Cardinals made a miraculous comeback. That's what this game's reminding me of. And then Arizona ended up winning in overtime, but only because the Seahawks scored a game-winning touchdown. They got negated by a penalty. So then the Cardinals got the ball back, and they scored a touchdown. Or, no, they scored a field goal, but, it was all the same time.
What was that about the Cardinals being less likely to win than Mikey moving to Africa? Well,
I mean, they haven't won the game yet, so.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, pretty clutch play there to tie the game up, and they're going to squib it. That makes sense.
That's a flag. That's going to bring it to the 40.
Why?
Because it didn't hit the landing zone.
Oh. I forgot that was a flag.
That's because, bro, that's going to bring it to the 40, man.
Dude,
so
oh, no.
It just missed the 20.
You see, y'all already making these jokes about Mikey to Africa, but this is why we said that, because this is what the Cardinals is a ridiculous, dumb team.
Arizona Cardinals' lowest win probability tonight was 3%, and in the fourth, and that was with 11:40 left in the fourth, down 17-6. First and 10 for Seattle from their own 40 after the penalty. Cooper Kupp in motion. If you're Seattle, you gotta go for the win now. and save us
Well,
all.
obviously, you got to go for the win.
Sam Darnold rolls out, throws, and that is nowhere. I think that was probably an intentional throwaway. Second and 10.
You got to throw it away in that situation for sure. You can't take a sack.
Yeah, 20 seconds. Michael Dixon's warming up, but to be fair, you're a kicker, so you should be warming up every single. Well, he's a punter, so I don't know why you're warming up.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what he's doing there.
Yeah.
He's like, I better keep my punting leg ready for overtime.
Punt the ball? Like, there's only 23 seconds, so even if it's fourth down, you're most likely not even going to punt the ball anyway. Second and 10. Seattle has at their own 40. 23 seconds to get 3 points. Let's see if they can do it. Sam Darnold takes a snap. Darnold throws, and it's caught! JSN! First down!
And did he get out of bounds?
What? Nah, I mean, they only have one timeout, so I think you got to – all right, I think they used it, though. 12 seconds left. If you're Seattle, I think you have to try to get closer. Because, I mean, Jason Myers, I would say he's probably not automatic from here, but he missed the kick earlier. So, if you're Seattle, you want to get as close as you can. JSN coming up clutch.
Yeah, that's a big play.
If Arizona loses this game...
Now, did he get out of bounds, though? I think he got out of bounds.
Let me see.
Because, he keeps his legs straight, and that ball comes out.
Maybe that's what they're reviewing?
I think that and I think that that's out of bounds. That is clearly out of bounds. He got out. That clock should be stopped at 16 seconds.
And Seattle's going to get their last time out back.
And they should. 16
seconds left. Well, let's see if it's not, even though it should be, it's not an official yet.
I know it's not official. I'm just saying it should be.
What goes down first? Yeah, that's out of bounds.
It's clear and incontrovertible evidence. I mean, I don't think there's any question about this.
Yeah, because so if his knee touched down before he got out of bounds, then yes.
Right, but that's not what happened.
Yeah. So 18 seconds, we're put on the clock. It's first and 10. Seattle has the last time out back, so they're saying he got out of bounds.
And so you just got to get a few yards now to give your kicker a realistic chance.
Yeah, if I'm Seattle, I'm doing slant routes or handoffs, one or the other.
Oh, I'm definitely not handing the ball off. You're crazy.
Well, I mean, they're in field range, so they could just try to wind the clock down that way.
Yeah, but you don't want to you want to give your kicker the best shot you can. You don't want to just be like, oh, he can make it from 35, And
they do have Kenneth Walker, so that is a good point.
Well, they got Charbonnet out there right now, though.
Well, Carlos called their final timeout, so it doesn't matter who they have out there now. All right, John said good night. Good night, John. All right, so it's 49ers Rams next week. Don't the Bengals play the Ravens on Thursday night in a few weeks?
That sounds right. We play the Ravens on Thursday Night Football a lot, historically. John says go baseball. What do you mean go baseball? You can't cheer for the whole sport. That's not how that works.
No. I mean, to be fair, I don't think it's against the law that you can't cheer for both or for baseball.
I mean, no, you're allowed. I'm just saying that's ridiculous.
First and 10. Let's see. They just can't mess up here. They're gonna hand it off to Charbonnet. He breaks off a tackle. Charbonnet's still fighting. Second down. This is gonna. Let's see. 10, 9, 8, 7.
They're just gonna let it run down.
Seconds, 5 seconds. 4, 3, and that's when they call the timeout. Jason Myers has a chance to redeem himself.
Why wouldn't you why would you do it at 3? Why not at 2 or 1? I mean, I get why you don't do it at 1, but why not at 2?
I mean, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
But they're calling it at 4.
Yeah, they added a second. It doesn't really matter. I think the goal was just to get the timeout off. Because a lot of teams do that, where they take it to 3 or 2. All right, 4. All right, the Cardinals have no more timeouts. Neither does Seattle. So this kick, it either goes or it doesn't. 52 yards. He missed a 53-yarder. Let's see. What's your prediction? Is he going to make it or miss it?
I think he allows me to get some food and go to bed very soon.
All right, let's see. 52 yards out. The kick is up.
He got it.
And it is Good. Yep. Seattle wins on a walk-off field goal.
There it is.
By Jason Myers, 23-20.
And that, guys, is why Mikey is not moving to Africa, because as much as that was a really admirable attempt by the Cardinals, it's still the Cardinals.
I'm telling you, Kyle, it's the bird teams.
I guess.
The bird teams are cursed.
But why not? Baseball needs all the help it can get. That's true. I mean, America has abandoned baseball as the sport. So, I mean, there's plenty of baseball fans that still exist. But all right, so me and Mikey both get a win this week as far as our predictions go. So that's going to move.
I'm undefeated on Thursday night.
That's good. Glad you have that. So that moves me ahead to 36-13, and Mikey moves ahead to 29-20.
29-20.
There you go. All right.
That's weird. I got my record at 24-24, so I don't know what I did wrong.
It really shouldn't have been that close in the first place. And give credit to the Cardinals for making it a close game. But again, the reason why this game was, didn't feel close up until the very end was because, they're just not a very good football team. They have a guy who's not a very good quarterback back there. I don't think they're well coached either, frankly. Not a big fan of Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah, I was interested in Gannon when he first got there because, the Cardinals, they were basically like the Saints, where they had no expectations, but they were just trying to see if they could keep it close, and that's what they were doing the first year with Gannon, especially since they didn't have Murray the entire, or most of that year.
Murray ain't him. That's what I'm saying, stranger. He just, I've never understood the fascination with Kyler Murray, other than the fact that he's very talented, but he doesn't use his talent.
He does not want to.
Then he's not good.
Hey, we don't judge around here.
That's literally my job.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think that's it for us tonight then. You got anything else you want to say before we head out of here, Mikey?
Pray for me on Sunday.
I'll be too busy praying for... Well, no, because we play on Monday Night Football, so I don't know. I'll come probably, talk trash in your chat.
I mean, you can talk all the trash you want. Honestly, I'm probably dead on the inside at this point.
From this. Well, no. But, hey, you know what? You had a really good run there with Drew Brees, so maybe you can just, be bad for a while.
You're acting like we were a dynasty with Brees.
Yeah, but you were a really good team there for a while. It was at least fun being a Saints fan. Kind of like right now, as much as it's annoying how we keep dropping the ball every damn year, it's still fun being a Bengals fan right now.
Right. We've had 4 good years with Brees, at least from when I started watching. And we've currently had 5 bad years. So can I at least have 1 year? Bro, we've been bad. We served our debt.
You didn't.
What do you mean I did?
You weren't alive for most of that. Unless you're talking about recently.
That's exactly what I just said. I said that we were good for 4 years, at least when I started watching. And this is our 5th year that we're probably not making the playoffs. So we already paid our debt.
So I'm confused, Mikey. Does the Super Bowl ring count or not?
It counts when I want it to count.
Okay, I see. Okay. Well, anyway, that's it for tonight, y'all. So my prediction wasn't too far off. I said 24-16, and it was 23-20.
I said 27-16.
What? So it's roughly about the same prediction. Yeah. I think I was a little closer than you, but not by a substantial amount. I never thought I'd think it sucked more to be any fan than a Clowns fan, but the Aints are doing it. No, I don't agree. I'm down to pile on the Saints just as much as anybody is because it's fun, but I don't agree with that. Being a Browns fan is a special layer of hell. The Saints do have a weird history because, the
Browns haven't won a Super Bowl either.
Well, yeah, but they did also dominate the league before the Super Bowl existed.
So when black and white TV was a thing, when my grandparents weren't alive, when I don't even think anybody thought about eating pizza back then when omelets were rumors. So around that time.
So y'all won a Super Bowl when like smartphones weren't even really much of a thing. So I'm just saying, like you can make an argument about a lot of stuff. I agree with you. I don't think the Browns championship should count at the same level as Super Bowls because it was a different league back then. But in terms of like being proud and having a history, like the Browns and Paul Brown in particular, are a unavoidable part of the foundation of football's like history and rise.
The Saints play the Giants next week, so we'll probably get a win then. Hopefully.
Omelets. What does omelets have to do with anything?
Because I brought it up.
I guess. They are still championships, dang it. Well, they are. They are. They're not the same as Super Bowls, but again, I think there is something to be like whereas like Browns fans used to say that against Steelers fans, like, hey, we still technically have more championships because of all the ones that happened before, blah blah blah, and that doesn't really count because the Steelers had a dynasty. But I do think that the Browns fans can probably talk to the Saints because like I think having a dynasty before the Super Bowl is probably semi-relevant to getting one Super Bowl ring one random season one time. And don't get me wrong, Mikey, if the Bengals had won in 2021, I'd be bringing it up all the fucking time too. But right now, a Super Bowl win in 2021 would be a lot more relevant. Like the Rams have a lot more reason to talk about their Super Bowl win in 2021 than the Saints do from 2009.
I have a question, Kyle. Who won a single game in 2 years from 2016 to 2017?
Every team in the NFL. What?
The Browns. They won one game from 2016.
That was a one season where they. Oh, you said more than a single game. Okay.
Yeah. Like the Browns in 2016.
No, I agree with that. I'm just saying they also were a dynasty at one time.
But I'm just saying, I wouldn't be talking if my team won a single year wins.
Yes, you would.
I would.
All right. I am hungry, so I'm gonna head out of here. But yeah. So you got Bengals and Broncos on Monday night, and you got Bills and Saints on Sunday. And Mikey, I know you don't want to talk about it, but are you gonna be streaming?
Yes.
All right. Well, y'all check out those streams when they happen, and I
check
will
me out if you want to see the depression.
There you go. I'll leave y'all, as always, with Who Dey.
With the Who Dat.
That was a very sad Who Dat.